and fell in love. We burned the cities down, down. Thought you learned your lesson. You won't be lonely if you fall in love. Over and over again and again.
I'm just a sinking
said, boy, I want you to walk right, so I can give you one more chance. You're only living in your damn head. Without you by my side, I can't survive. Cause without you by my side, I can't survive.
I'm joined by my co-caster and man in the production, Aldo. Say what's up, Aldo. Say what's good. Say what's good.
Well, we have interesting in the last game of RMG on our hands today. Meraki rocking the merch today. And an Imperial should be a very good game. Yeah, I honestly don't know who's gonna win this. I'm going to be biased, and I apologize, but yeah, it's definitely going to be tight. We played Imperial in the league once, and it was also a very close game. So I'm just expecting the same. This is, in my opinion, definitely going to go 3 maps. And yeah, I guess we just have to now wait and see what's going to happen. We have Clubhouse first, so not sure whose map pick that is, but we do have Imperial attacking first on Clubhouse. Yeah, I don't know. Is there anything else you wanna put in there, Jared?
Well, last time we saw these two teams go head to head, it was a 2-1 in the favor of Meraki. So obviously the favorites to win right now would be Meraki, but Imperial have been stacking up their win record in the ACGL tournaments over the Saturdays, and they've been proving a formidable foe and proving to the community that maybe this rematch might be something worth watching. So hopefully they do bring that style of play, that aggression that we like seeing. Maybe they match that style that Meraki um, have been just so dominant in, and we might see two giants go head to head. And hopefully, like you said, Aldo, we should be going all the way to map 3.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's gonna be tight. And I think this first map's gonna prove a lot. And as I say that, we see an ace ban from Meraki. Yeah, interesting ban. I'm expecting a Thatcher next, hopefully.
Yeah, look, Ace isn't the normal ban, but we did, I believe, see Meraki ban Ace last time around. I think it worked out quite well, so I imagine the Ace ban's coming through as something that is tried and true, something that has been proven to work effectively. There we see the Thatcher, the more standard ban on the side of Imperial. We are on Clubhouse, so you can imagine we won't see a Kaid just yet. Oh wait, no, actually, we will see a Kaid. What am I talking about? We'll most probably be seeing a Kaid and an Ella. There's the Ella that we were talking about, and then Meraki should be responding with the Kaid, unless they decide to keep it, which is not a bad option, seeing as they are starting on defense, and we know how strong Kaid can be. Denies Moto Hatch, denies CCTV wall. Kitchen Hatch becomes such a problem,
Ooh, mirror.
and it will see its way through. So we will see the Kaid stick, and that's going to be quite an influential operator. You would see both teams most probably picking that operator up. Yeah, let's see how this goes.
Yeah,
The meta-
mirror ban. That was from Meraki side, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
So they clearly don't want to play mirror on defense, and it's maybe an operator that they decided, hey, we're not gonna play it, so let's just ban it. You know, Imperial might utilize it in some circumstances, maybe on bedroom and gym. Um, but yeah, it's quite interesting to see that now the Kaid is on the board, and I'm sure as it seems exotic with the Kaid now, so they are definitely utilizing that ban that maybe in general would have been banned. So it's at least good to see.
yeah, you can imagine that the meta is purely banned for the gym bedroom site. We don't see meta with much play outside of that. First site already, we're seeing a basement, church, and arsenal, which is your standard. This is the site that's got the highest win rate in Pro League right now on the defense side. And you can imagine Meraki aren't looking to screw around and try and op them off with a bar stock hold or something of the sort. They're relying to their guns. You can already see a Thunderbird. Is that a shotgun, or is that it's an assault rifle? Okay, we're not going to be seeing the scummy shotguns coming out yet. I think that there is a little bit of a respect between these two teams for the time being. Aldo, you've been in a casual game. One team brings out the Ella shotgun, and you are almost inclined to bring it yourself.
Yeah, it's all downhill from there.
10 seconds to go.
So you can only imagine that might follow suit as soon as we do see the first semi-auto shotgun being brought. But for now, it's a sort of standard lineup, except for one operator, and that's on the attacking side. Aldo, have you seen the Amaru?
I have. This should be interesting. I would love to see what he's going to do, but it's the bottom side, so maybe he wants to rush the top floor and clear the roam as quick as possible. Ooh, Keem taking damage here. I think that was from the hallway?
It's interesting to see. I mean, this isn't the first time we've seen Amaru being played this season in terms of the RMG League. She just finds her way into these niche matchups, especially Meraki. Meraki tend to bring Amaru almost 90% of the time, and with great success. And I can imagine that this is almost a BDE move of kind of, yes, we can also bring the Amaru, yes, we can also get up in your face, we can also be aggressive. And I mean, look at this, they're already clearing upstairs, they're already being aggressive. It's not even 2 minutes, or not even a minute done, and they've already got the whole top floor clear. But if they don't drone this out correctly,
But
Savage
Rubbish tracked Vigil with his footprints. I'm just not sure. They seem to not seen him below them. I'm not too sure. Like, they just completely ignored.
And being ignored is not what you want to do, as Lego Race will get the first pick. And soon the Thermite is taken off. Yes, you've refragged onto the Vigil, but it doesn't matter. You've lost your main hard breach, you've lost your flank denial, and now the Romans can kind of do their own thing. That Vigil is controlled, but Lego Racer, I'm sure, is trying to test his luck. No, they're all back on side. It's a 4v3, and you can imagine now Meraki are just going to hold tight. Exotic is just going to hold here inside of Motor, and he's going to get a pick from it. That's just disgusting. His job here is to electroclaw the Moto hatch and do tricking on that side, but if he's going to get gifted a kill, I mean, it's smooth sailing for him. You can see it already, the drones are coming out, but it's not to play off of them. It's very much just one by one frags that'll be playing out right now. Amaru going for the peek. I don't think he's aware of the Thunderbird's high angle on the top, and if he peeks round the store, he might get his head taken off in great succession. The second player on the side of Imperial is also trying to connect the dots with Heat, but Heat is quickly taken off the board, and it's just Keem in a 1v4. You can imagine that this isn't much of a winnable situation. It's very much a stats padding. Give yourself a few seconds, hold an angle, chat to your team, and kind of decide where you went wrong. And they went wrong very early in the round.
Yeah, they went for that top roam clear, and they struggled a little bit with that Vigil. I saw the ping came out for the Vigil, but they seemed to not notice he was directly below them at that stage. And then they just tried to, lucky there from the Kaid, just getting away with his life. But yeah, we saw them top roam clear, and then as soon as they started losing those bodies, they kind of it seemed like they didn't know what to do. You know, usually you want to open up vert angles and create some, maybe a pick from kitchen side or from the hallway. through the wooden planks, but they didn't even bother doing that. I think when they lost the two players, they just decided, hey, we need to play aggressive now and get some frags, but just didn't work out for them.
You know what's scary is that we lost Dawn and Reese. That's the Thermite and the Nomad. They aren't playing entry. And that tells me that they thought everything was drone cleared and they jumped in and they got fragged immediately. So that is a drone error. And the problem is that it's the players that were tasked with droning that were punished from that. So that's a little bit concerning, and hopefully we'll see Imperial adjust. But first round, dominant performance from Meraki, doing what they do best, playing aggressive, getting those picks, and setting themselves up for the first round of the day. I do have a side bet, by the way, with Keem. I'm supposed to wear my Dortmund jersey should Imperial take a map. So I have it on standby, and I will be doing a shirt change if Imperial do take a few rounds back. It is a bit of a tall ask. We know the prolific nature of Meraki. But yeah, we'll see. 2 impacts being used on the rotate is a bit scary, and yes, all the main wall being reinforced last.
You know, that brings back some memories, leaving that wall open.
5 seconds remaining.
CC gents would be proud, I promise.
Attackers must locate
Yeah,
and defuse
well, we're
the
seeing
bomb.
a standard hold here. Bandit is coming down below. He's going to be shooting. Oh, Bandit. Jaeger, sorry. Yellow. The yellow holder. Kind of gets confusing sometimes. Jaeger going for a spawn peak. I don't imagine it'll be too much avail as the entirety of Imperial are spawning on Kennel style. And they're just going to be working their way through the simple checklist. You open up main wall. After main wall, you take garage. Once you take garage, you try and push into CCTV for a plant. The alternative to that would be taking main wall and then rotating your entire push around onto the bedroom side. But as we can see, Imperial guys are not even trying or attempting to go onto the bedroom side. It's a full take, and that C4 will not connect, but my god, was it close. The nades will come through, and hopefully the bandit batteries are off the wall, but ultimately it's a Kaid charge.
Yeah, Kaid's on the board, gentlemen. And that's 2 nades gone. Utility burned. 2 flashbangs or 3 flashbangs and 2 nades off the board already.
And that's poor utility management from Imperial. We already see the Imperial guys stacking up on the west side, and this is that split push that we were talking about. But it doesn't work if you haven't opened up the main wall, let alone a line of sight on the main wall to at least watch the people rotating through CCTV. And that's going to prove ridiculously costly, especially when Meraki have already prepped for this. They know what's coming. They've got 2 men on that side, they've got rotates, they've got their best guns in the side of... Who is that? I'm sure I saw Savage on that side, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, Lego Racer and Savage, and every lyric. The guys who are the gunners of the team. But as I say that, Caster's Curse, Lego Racer will kick the dirt as he is taken off very swiftly, and Imperial all of a sudden have a push forming. But not before Savage is going to start creeping up on the back stairs, and if he can get through, that's a lot of damage, but he chooses not to. Very wise. I'm assuming the Nomad air jabs are kind of giving him space, and the wall's open. Aldo, how did this happen?
Yeah, actually, that's a very good question. I think I think they might have gotten an angle from the window on the opposite side, if that's possible.
That's not possible, not with the Kaid claw, but
Yeah.
we shouldn't dwell on the past. Right now, Imperial are doing very well in terms of just fixing up their really bad position that they were in. It's now a 5v4. Time
Very
is
good push,
not
yeah.
in the favor of Imperial, but the bodies will drop, and it's on the side of Meraki. They are the benefits. 3
Meraki.
kills being reaped on the side of Meraki. This is a 2v4. We talked about how good Imperial's management was of disasters. Can they disaster manage this? Walls trying to get opened up with very little time on the board. Are they able to push something back? Yes, they get a frag back, but it's 3 versus 2. Can they find the 3 bodies, and can they take it back? 1 body drops, and it's not on the side of Imperial. Make their 2 bodies as Meraki clean up shop. And they prove why Clubhouse is one of the most defender-sided maps in the map pool.
Yeah, that was a good round there. I think it was always an uphill battle when they struggled to open up that wall. I think they took about 40 or 50 odd seconds left, I think, when that wall was eventually open.
Yeah, they took a minute 40. It took a minute 40 just to try and open the wall.
Yeah, so that wasn't good play there from them. But with that Kaid on the board, it just makes it incredibly difficult to open up that wall. you know, you probably have to cook a grenade absolutely perfectly and kind of use it as an impact grenade and hit the roof to get that Kayid claw. I'm not actually sure how they got it, but they got it open, but they decided to go for four-man push from construction. Left one player at the breach just to cover some cross angles, but
Attackers need to
he
locate
didn't really
and
do
defuse
much,
the
now
bomb.
did he? So, yeah, it's good round there from Meraki, but I'm sure Imperial will learn from this, and they will definitely make some adjustments. Oh, here we just see the smoke and the Jaeger just setting up in cache. They're probably going to want to hold this as long as possible to waste some time for the push coming from this side. Usually you do see teams
left.
clear the top floor from garage through CC and cache.
5 seconds to insertion.
Yeah, I think they're gonna have to try pretty hard to hold that down. It's always a bit of a difficult task. But here we see Heat again with the Amaru. Will he actually use the Amaru ability and zip into a window? I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Ooh, Lego Racer taking out Keem there with the LMG. That is a very good pick there, early pick. But a refrag coming from Heat on to Savage. That's also a very big pick from Imperial here to draw it even on the man count. But now we see a bit of a push here from Imperial from the garage side. Yes, we see 3 people here on the rafters of garage. Like I said, here is the push coming through, but rubbish falls, and now we only have the 3 people on the east side of the map. Oh, that C4 can connect. Will it? Oh, unfortunately it won't connect there from every lyric. This is a difficult position here for Imperial. They're all stacked in CC. It's going to be difficult, but... Oh, he almost gets him through the drone hole. Oh, I think he's on about 1 HP. There's still a minute and 20 seconds left. Imperial can pull something out of the bag. We do see Heat here on the window. I don't think Meraki knows he's here. They will know now, but he doesn't get the pick. But eventually, they do get that smoke off the board, and now it's back to a 3v3.
Drone is ready to go.
We actually still see these castles on play here on the windows. That is helping out Meraki a ton. Oh, that is a very good pick there from Heat, taking it to 2v3. Now Meraki's under pressure from having some dominance in the early part of this round.
Attackers dropped the diffuser. A bomb has been located.
Oh! Kolurki with the double! Can he bring this back for Meraki? Oh, I think you heard that sound from him getting out of prone there.
15
It's
seconds
gonna be
left.
tight. Oh, but he does not connect his shots, and Reese gets the round there from Imperial. And we have a 2-1 round count. Ah, we seem to have lost Jared. I think we should just drag him back in the Discord call. Jared. Jared. Jared has left us, gentlemen. But yeah, very good that round there from Imperial. They almost actually lost that round. Kolurki almost clutching it with the castle there. Came very close, but unfortunately
Attackers need to locate and
for
defuse as many
Meraki,
bombs
he
as
just
they
could
can.
not get that last pick on Risi on the Nomad. very good clutch there at the end from him, and I think that's just the round they needed to maybe build the confidence. But that was Jim bedroom, yes. So not the most defender-sided site, but now we're gonna go full rotate on the site. So let's see if Imperial actually learn from their mistakes when attacking this this site, and let's see what adjustments they make.
Razor wire is deployed.
10 seconds to insertion. 5 seconds left.
Hello.
Hello, Joe.
Ah. Sorry, everyone.
Attackers objective is to locate a
Really
bomb and defuse it.
and has. However, I am back. Apparently, Imperial has punished Meraki in the previous round, so good on them. We are back at a 2v1. Aldo, what did I miss? Give me a brief rundown before Savage decides to go all willy-nilly and peek this doorway, which I think is very stupid, but in this community it'll net him a kill, so what do I know?
Yeah, so in the last round we just saw Imperial really just bringing it back. Oh, that is a very good early pick there.
Oh!
Yeah, that's the kill they needed to start off this round. Wait, is this?
Well, that kind of makes me happy.
Oh, no. Who did? Oh, it's Lego Race.
What's
just chilling in the corner.
Oh. Okay, well, I imagine he has been droned, and he will be extinguished very quickly. Imperial are just finding frags, and guys, you've just left. Oh, this is the misdroning, and he's gonna net 2 kills from it. He's gonna sit outside. It's now a 3v2. Yes, they've got sight, so it doesn't really matter.
Oh,
but
very good pick there.
Lego Race is still finding kills and just putting his team into a somewhat better position, but he's going to be isolated upstairs. If Imperial know this, why aren't they going for the plant?
Ooh.
The plant's now going down, but it's a 2v1. It's a 1v1 in terms of guns, and the gun of Twitch, the F2, will net the head of Lego Racer, and Imperial push. Ooh. Beautiful pre-fire. Beautiful pre-fire. And that'll push Imperial 2-2 in a very, very well done manner. I question the drone work. I think that Imperial are really lacking. I don't know who it is. I'm assuming it's Dawn and Reese. Dawn, Reese, your guys' drones are really bad. But the guns are there, so it doesn't really matter in the end.
Yeah, the play there, I think Meraki, they were a bit too aggressive there at the start of the round, and just did not net those opening kills, and what, like 30-40 seconds to the round was already a 5v3, and then they just collapsed on site and got the third
Defenders,
pick, making it 5v2, and yeah, from there on in, it's just always uphill battle. Very, very good round there from Imperial, and now we see it at 2-all, and Meraki going back down to Church Arsenal, so I'm guessing they probably learned a bit from that round.
Yeah, look, you can already see the adjustment. I mean, Lego Racer's hopped off of the frag and he's playing onto the smoke. The Bandit has been dropped for the Kaid, which I prefer much more. I believe Bandit was basically just brought for the gun last round, but in a site like this, you can play the util. It's as easy as that. We do see that the Meraki guys are doing a very similar setup. Obviously, just certain operators have been changed. They have brought a deployable shield. I'm assuming blue was the problem last round. We saw a lot of the Imperial players just basically doing a rush, if you will, from blue. And that really proved effective. You can already see Meraki are kind of adapting for that. They're not playing it as aggressive on that garage door, which is a really good start. Well done there. And yeah, the drones are going to come out. Again, I think a large part of why Imperial have lost 2 rounds. I mean, they're doing very well right now in terms of gunfights, but a large part of why they are losing certain rounds is because their drone work hasn't been adequate enough. And speaking of which, we've got a Vigil, a person who just makes droning that much harder. And if he isn't controlled by the Jackal...
This is tense. Do they know he's here? Not really.
Or if he isn't controlled by any other roam clear operators, it's going to be detrimental.
Ooh, now this Vigil's gonna struggle now. I think he's in a bit of a pickle. Yep, Reese just getting that frag there on Savage. That is the top frag. Oh no, it's not the top frag, excuse me. But that's a very good pick there, opening pick on Vigil, and pretty early with still 1 minute and 45 seconds left. They have a lot of time to still work around the site and get to execute. But again, it seems like they just don't opt to play vert on this site. They are rushing through dirt now. This, I feel like, will catch every lyric off guard here on the Legion. Hopefully he gets a sound cue from behind him. This is a tense standoff here. I think as Kim will break that barricade, he will probably net himself a kill if he times it right. But here we see some crossfires established, and the Meraki player is not really situated in the correct areas. It's 3v5. Well, every lyric misses the headshot. It's a 2v5 now with only Exotic left. It's a 1v4. Oh, he nets himself another kill, but he won't spot the guy prone on the floor. And he gets that last kill. Well done there from Imperial, taking this to a 3-2 map scoreboard.
It's absolutely incredible. It's even more impressive than Telkom's ability to just not provide me with the service that I pay for. Mad stuff. Well done, Imperial. You've just taken 3 rounds off of Meraki on a very defender-sided map, if not one of the most defender-sided maps in the map pool. And I know I missed quite a bit, but I came back right when I needed to. That those were gunfights that were being won. Those were the shots being landed, and that's very impressive from Imperial. I think that they are making a proper statement. But I do want to sprinkle that with a word of warning. Meraki's map ones are always shaky.
Terrible, to say the least. I was quite surprised they won 2 rounds in a row. Yeah, so I don't know why. Well, that's not gonna help.
Defenders protect
Seems
your
like
bombs
you're not the only
from
one
being
struggling with
used by
Telkom.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's not gonna help. But I think Reese had no kills. I mean, every lyric. So I guess not the biggest.
It doesn't
loss.
matter.
Could be worse. Yeah, but this is definitely not gonna help Meraki, and definitely gonna give a bit of a confidence boost here, extra confidence boost for Imperial, knowing that they already got that opening frag and the round hasn't even started yet. So. Yeah, and wait, okay, at least it wasn't like a Kayid that got booted out.
Yeah.
At least he's still on the board.
Yeah, look,
5 seconds
it is quite a upsetting thing to lose a teammate, but like you said, Kishan wasn't doing too much, so no stress there. Obviously, the team has until 2 minutes 30 to call a rehost. They would do this by leaving the lobby. We are about 20 seconds out from that, so I imagine that they've decided to just play it through, just get this round off the board.
Only Kolok inside.
Oh no. Where's everybody else? Lego Race in stock, one's bottom red, one's bottom garage.
Device activated.
One read of this, and I know that Imperial's drone work hasn't been the best, but one read of this through construction, and they could just jump through CC window and they might just take site like it's nothing. We say that and look for those drones, Aldo. My
Savage is
word.
gonna be met with a whole load of drones now. He moves back. Oh, that's a very good kill there. Savage getting Keem there on the window. That is the pick they needed. Ooh, Lego.
And that
Lego
does
Racer?
bring it to a 4v4 man count. Lego Racer trying to get a little bit sneaky, but obviously the air jabs will have been put up. Drones have already come out and they're aware that the bedroom is clear. They're kind of just moving into construction right now. Oh,
That's not what
Lego.
I want to see.
Sorry. No, you will be spotted in your entire flank is to no avail. Every lyric does join back, but it's too late. Your body has been deceased, and you will take a death this round. As Imperial just start trying to find epics, and they do find them. It's now a 2v4 as the frags are coming out. It's left with Quality and Lego Racer. Lego Racer very far offside, and if Imperial read into this, Quality can be made mincemeat of. But no, Imperial will delay. The frags do come out, and Lego Racer will come back. Make it a 1v3, very possible. Make that a 1v2, very possible. The frags have been in Lego Racer's favor in the past. He has won many gunfights. He knows how to use that gun. Low recoil, high damage, high fire rate. Just a few shots need to land, and he can take this round. He can salvage whatever was and make it whatever is in the favor of Meraki. All those decent runs coming out. The drone may not be hit, but hopefully he hits the shots. He doesn't, and this might be a plant. No, he goes for the green, and now it's a 1v1. The G8 the better gun in the situation.
Oh!
Will he land the shot? He will. And Imperial, you are scraping the floor. But you are coming out with victories. Now, mind you me, I'll do, yes, it was a 4v5 from the start. But Imperial, I'm gonna need you guys to calm down, relax, and be more intelligent. Because you're trying to meet Meraki with their aggression. And in doing that, you're losing your own sanity and you're playing with too much aggression that you're not considering how to play this properly. My internet's probably cut. I will shut up now.
Are you still there? Yeah, like, and it's not the first time this happened. The gym bedroom defense.
How is it possible that my internet is this shit?
Yeah, the bedroom gym defense. The same happened where it was a 3v1 favoring Imperial, and it got down to a 1v1, and it was a very close finish there. But Imperial clutched both rounds where they seem to have been throwing the round, but they've been on the good side of the coin so far. Let's just hope they can learn from not doing that. But with that, they are on defense now. We see Keem on this Capcan, which the rework is just, yeah, there we go. That's not what you want to see. 2 Capcan traps on that door. I'll be quite curious to see how that's gonna pan out. Hopefully, the Meraki players drone that out and just know it's there. Otherwise, that's gonna upset someone quite a bit.
5 seconds remaining. Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
Reloading on ammo!
It seems like it's a full anchor strat here from Imperial. Seems like they not opting for the roam. It seems.
Yes, it would be a full total. This isn't anything new. We have seen this in the past. Once again, I apologize. My internet seems to dislike me tonight. I imagine that might happen in the future, but it's not about me, it's about the players. And right now, when we're seeing a basement defense, we know that Imperial are going to be very happy with their first half, but can they replicate that in the second? They've opted with the full stronghold, and that's maybe a good thing. You're playing against a team that's very aggressive, that tend to just find frags out of nowhere, and maybe not risking a body in a roam is the play right now. Speaking about the play, Reese, what are you up to, my man? You're not Kaid juggling the normal moto hatch that we've come to expect. In fact, you've moved yourself over to the kitchen, and I imagine that would be because I think the moto hatch it happens all the time. You always have the Kaid there, and maybe they've identified that. Say that in there. I've passed someone and key the headshot. And that is your sledge off the board. There goes all the vert. I don't think much vert has been used on the side of Meraki. No, and guess what? The Thermite has still 1 charge left. I imagine that was supposed to go onto one of the hatches. But he is a lone man at the bottom of main stairs, and his job is to open up the main wall. But I don't see that happening right now with the lack of vert play right now on the side of Meraki. Exotic is monitoring that hatch, but to no avail, and he will just drop the hatch, and
please see
we're going to start seeing Meraki. No, we're going to see a collapse. We're going to see a collapse coming through. Rubbish holding inside of blue, and he can very easily monitor this man. As the frags do start coming out, and it's the flurry on the side of Imperials. They just drop a few more bodies, but no, Meraki will answer back. As they clap their own, it's a 2v3. Quality swinging very aggressively. And he's the last alive. It's Quality in a 1v3. You know that the 5.56 is a reliable gun. It does hit heads, but not today. The 2 times optic will not find the Jaeger as he snaps back, hits Quality in the back of the head. And Aldo, we are so far looking at a very dominant performance from Imperial. The first 2 rounds went on the side of Meraki, and then since that we have seen round after round after round. It has been a little bit sloppy at times, but we've seen round after round go into the side of Imperial. And a lot of that is coming down to gunfights. And I think whether you like to see it or not, that is winning a mental game on top of Meraki. That is Meraki's strong point. If you can start eking at that and chipping at that pedestal that they have, what do they have left? We know that Lovings has spoken in the past about they have strats and they have the intelligence behind the aggression, but Lovings isn't here. That is your captain, and maybe that is starting to show tuition. Or maybe I'm just looking too deep into it. I don't know. I tend to overanalyze things. We will see the next side come out at CCTV. Doing in your future. Shoot holes in the wall. Yes. Everyone likes smoke. Be like smoke. Always put holes in the wall before you reinforce it. Not necessarily how smoke did it. If you just do a quick 180 and you look at the back side of that wall, see what actually has been taken away. Those holes are not really going to help too much. However, if you put them in the bottom and the top where the MAV usually tries to cut holes, it tends to screw up with the MAV's blowtorch. It makes the holes more inconsistent. It makes them waste more time. It's a very short time for you. It's a very quick setup, and it can waste a lot of time of the attackers. However, Maverick not on the board. I question that Meraki instead they are bringing 3 fragging operators. Why?
Seems like they want to gun it out against Imperial here. Yeah, I'm very interested. Oh wait, they don't have the Maverick. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what yeah.
That's not it. Oh.
Oh.
Yes. That's how you do it. Yeah. It's Wait, who blew up the bottom of the wall? Bro.
You're watching what I'm watching, Eld.
Oh, well, at least Lego Racer got the opening pick. He's been doing quite well. Oh, and Keem falls by Savage. Oh, Savage, what are you on? What are you doing?
The pre-fire finding the head. Well, I don't even know who that was. I wasn't keeping track of who was alive on the side of Imperial. But what a shot! And all of a sudden, what we were making fun of, the lack of the structure and lack of correct operators, it almost turned into the benefit of Meraki. They've got 5 players alive, all of which are just playing guns at this point. They don't need to play the utility versus 2 lonesome. How are they going to manage this? How are they going to... Nay, they're in the side of Meraki as the 5v2 starts to collapse onto the site.
Good luck, Reese.
One body will drop and it's on the side of Imperial. It's a 5v1. This is not a good position. We know how prolific Reese is from it. As Savage just cleans up shop and adds to his tally. Meraki, 3 rounds on their side. A long way to go, but it's a start. And quite a dominant one at that. Floor.
Seems like Jared has left us.
I'm still here.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Sorry.
I'm also. It seems like
Yeah.
I'm also having some minor
Let's
issues.
go!
So
Let's go!
But I think the stream is still somewhat fine. So you just gotta love Telkom, man. Just brightening up my Sunday
wonderful.
evening. But yeah, I think as the saying goes, I think Meraki has just had it up till here, bro. They've just had it up till here.
Absolutely, yeah.
They-
No. Look, they're not taking any more.
They just decided, hey, if we can't do the basics, let's just shoot these oaks, So that is exactly what they did. They didn't even bother about opening up the wall. The thermite was so up till here that he just chucked his drone into the wall, just said, it is what it is. And then we just saw Savage, just the brutal pre-fire. I think it was on the Jaeger, just eliminated that oak from the server. And yeah, that was just aggression amplified to the max. I don't think it will work again. I think now Imperial know, okay, damn, we need to stay away from these windows. And I think they probably will make the necessary adjustments. But let's see how this plays out.
If any team is going to make dumb aggression work again, it is Meraki. And from the lack of a Maverick again, for the second time in a row, I honestly doubt that they are going to change up their strat. They've popped out the Amaru for a Twitch. That is the only difference they've made in their lineup. And I can imagine it's the same mentality. I'll do frag, shoot them, swung or be swung. And I say that Liga Race is just creeping around, crouch walking in bar. You won't net anybody for now, but he's just taking up map control, and it's already 40 seconds into the round. How quick is that? And with that, they can. Ooh,
Keem is in a naughty little
very
position.
advantageous. Yeah, you could say this. One false move, and he's not going to go checked because of the lack of a push from the east side, the main wall. You know, you usually open up a garage wall, and that is your second step. But it would seem Meraki, sorry, are just foregoing that, and they are pushing an entire bedroom side with nothing but guns. The pre-fire from Kesh does not come out, and it will not hit the shot. Obviously, you miss every shot that you don't take. Keshin will swing. Hopefully, these shots will connect. No one's in construction, and that's just easy map control on the side of Meraki. A minute 30 left, and that's enough. But the pre-fires will come out, and what are you doing, Kesh? If the bullets are coming towards you, don't walk towards them. It's a thing that we keep seeing from these teams in the RMG League, and it's confusing me all day. Speaking about confusing, I'm starting to think that maybe Keem is in a disadvantageous position. The main wall is being opened up on construction side. Their push is clearly coming from CC window, construction wall, and construction door. And as I say, that Keem will slowly rotate back onto the top of garage. Nay, going back down garage. And he's trying to find someone. The frags coming out of Meraki, and they're just pulling a man count back. Nay, I take that back. It's now back in Imperial, a 3v3 with the clock still on their side. Health advantage also on the side of Imperial. And we're going to try to see Meraki swing for kills. The first swing comes out, and Lego Race will get a chunk of his HP taken. The vert lines of sight not working too much in his favor. Koliki's trying to snipe out a kill right now. They're going to slowly walk into sight, but do they know that the angles have been established? Koliki taking a lot of damage. He will get a plant off.
Will they know?
And that is
Oh,
crazy.
that's
The
not gonna help.
Will miss. The walls open. The kills do come out in his Lego Racer in a 1v3. Make that a 1v2, but it is swiftly taken over. Imperial. 6 rounds. Match point. And I think, Aldo, we saw that adjustment. We saw that the aggression was used again, and the aggression did not work. Congratulations, Imperial. You have taken Meraki to match point, but I don't think it's as easy as that. I think this is where Meraki are at their strongest. It's when they're on their back. It's when they need to muster a few more rounds is when they start kicking back into gear. And I won't be surprised if we do see a comeback. Obviously, Imperial, you are the favorites. You're not the favorites. This is yours to lose. And should you take another round, you'll have your first map advantage as we go into the second. It's a lot more easier said than done. As we can see how close these rounds are coming to, Aldo. It's never... Yes, it has been a one-sided affair here and there, but for the most part, it's been very much, and as you can see by the round entry, it's been kill-based. No round has come down to a defuse or time running out. It has been purely frags, and that's just the name of the game. We knew it was going to be an aggressive match day, but my word, this is starting to really be aggressive. And Aldo, is that a semi-auto shotgun that I've just laid my eyes upon?
I think it may be. Yeah, that's it's gonna be interesting. Now that they know they are 6-3 up, the chances of Meraki defending again is on the slim side. So you know, why not bring the auto shotgun? Might bite them in the rear in the next map, but hey, why not? You know.
Aldo, also go down to bunker. I just want to also point out some just nice things to see. Bunker, Aldo, the bunker, the rotate from armory into the hall. I want to praise Imperial. Do you see how it's to the right, Aldo?
It is, so you don't shoot across the room into someone's amazing
Better
face.
yet,
But
if the hatch is opened, you don't shoot the people from the hatch into a church. Yes, Lego Racer just taking map control. We were aware of the fact that Imperial don't do a roam on the site, so I think Meraki are aware of that, and that's why 40 seconds into the round they've already got the entire map control. 4 drones are coming out just to make sure that everything is covered off. Dirt is being opened, and that's 1 thermite charge gone. We need to keep note of that because there is an Ibana, so it doesn't really matter. Ibana will net a kill as well, and onto the semi-auto shotgun of Keem. And yeah, that's not a great thing to do. Your semi-auto shotgun is the thing that's supposed to bring a lot of kind of presence to the map. And Rubbish will be Jackal scan, and he's just going to get chip damage off here. Not in a comfortable position, but he does find a few shots on Exotic, but it doesn't matter. Lego Race is playing the aggressive game.
He's not having
No.
Attackers have dropped the bomb.
He's had it up till here. The free fire comes through, and that's the problem with playing the Prone Wars. You don't know whose legs or whose gun is going to stick out first. Lego Racer being in the more advantageous position at that point in time. 2v3, not impossible for the side of Imperial. They've come back from round deficits before, and right now their util in terms of the attackers is nowhere. There's 2 people inside of blue, and their goal would be to push through a single doorway, but that is where Heat will meet them with a gun. The 416 carbine does ring pretty, and it will find the kill onto the Twitch.
You
it's
can
now
do it,
up
Kesh.
to the
Get your
Jackal
first
and
kill.
IQ.
Come on, Kesh, you can do it!
It's as easy as click R2, it's a 2v1 technically.
Kesh!
Replay does come out,
Yes!
25 the second!
No!
Keshlan getting his first kill of the game, and Imperial picking up their first map of the game. Imperial take map 1 7-3 in a fairly convincing style. I've got to hand it to Heat and I believe it was Reese. Heat and Reese, mad 2v3 position. There's a lot of pressure, and you guys pulled out the clutch potential and you pulled it back. Lego Racer 15 kills. That's polarizing. Huge shift from Michael, but it's not enough, as his team will not show the same stats on their side of the board. But hopefully that will change. Hopefully we go into map 2 and there will be a little bit of an attitude adjustment on the side of Meraki. Although we spoke about how bad their map 1s are usually, so this is kind of expected.
Kesh is just out, bro. Kesh, he's not having it, bro. He's not having it. I guess, with this being a very fraggy game, he hasn't really done his part in the team. If you have to be brutal on that side, he almost clutched it there at the end, but unfortunately just could not land those final shots. And yeah, I think Wizard. Now, yeah, we see Wizard coming in. I think he probably will replace.
He's
Kesh
more
there.
of a fragger, yes.
Yeah, I think-
replacing Kesh. I think the gun, just swapping out someone who's not having a good day on the sticks, swapping to someone who can consistently perform and can consistently click heads. I think that is the right move from Meraki. But let's hope that it is enough coming into map 2. We will see a side change. So Meraki will be attacking first. I'm not too sure what the map is, to be honest.
It's Villa.
Okay, cool. I thought so. I just wasn't sure if the custom was correct. We will be seeing Villa. Meraki will be attacking first. And this is a weird map, Alder. This is a map it's been very strat heavy until it was made not strat heavy, and people started just realizing it's a big map. We can roam, we can do whatever we want, and we can do little chip roam where you essentially go deep. You come up a few flights of stairs, you shoot some people in the back, you get a kill, and then you just run away. You don't play too committal on the roam. Instead, you just try and be a nuisance over and over again. And we've seen Meraki do this on Villa quite often, and I'm very keen to watch Lego Racer, especially on the Jaeger on this map. He tends to roam quite well, and unless Imperial commits someone to flank watch, and I'm not talking about air jabs, I'm talking about an actual player, I think Lego Racer will continue to wreak havoc, and maybe that's all Meraki need on a map like this, where your defensive half can be so good. But speaking about defense, it's Imperial on the defense to start off with. I'm hoping for another barn burner, another frag fest. As close or as one-sided as the scoreline looked for Clubhouse, I must commend both teams to every round came to a 2v1 or a 1v1 or a 3v1. It was never, there was one flawless round, I believe, but past that, it was very much a even game, and the frags were coming out both sides very evenly, and I'm very impressed to see that. We've seen Meraki kind of walk away with the frag department in many of their previous games, and it's good to see a change in scenery. It's good to see someone like Imperial come up and, you know, start swinging at the knees, basically. Aldo, I have to do something quickly.
Oh, okay, Jared.
I have to put my Dortmund shirt on, I've just realized, because Imperial took map 1. So if you'll excuse me, I'll be back in 2 seconds. I have a Dortmund shirt to put on. Sorry, stream.
Yeah, the bet is a bet, as they say, and the Dortmund shirt's going on. As we wait here for the second map being Villa, as Jared said. Yeah, I think with Wizard now coming into the picture, it should enforce the fragging potential of Meraki. And I think the standard has been set now that, you know, this is going to be a gun-heavy game. We haven't seen the diffuser go down once in, what, 10 rounds? So
I think Koluki was the only person who attempted a plant,
I
and he
think there
was
was-
shot down almost instantly.
there was
So-
one attempt that lasted about 2 seconds, and then that didn't work out so well. So yeah, so clearly this is going to be a gun-heavy second map, I'm assuming. And Villa, as you said, it has become quite a frag-heavy map, and with Meraki being on attack, it could be favorable, could not. I guess it'll just come down to how Imperial defend. Being on Clubhouse, it seemed like they opted to not really roam heavy on a lot of the sites, so it should be interesting if they stick to that tactic on Villa. I don't think they should. Villa is, I think, one of the biggest maps
Yes.
in Siege, so you know they're going to need a bit of a roamer, maybe a vigil or something of those sorts, just to throw off Meraki on the attack, because it seemed that at times at Meraki it was just too easy for them, taking map control and getting unnecessary frags. So yeah, I think it should be quite interesting to see how Villa plays out.
That is going to be solely on the shoulders of Keem and Rubbish. The duo of the fragging duo of Imperial, if you will. Those are the players that are tasked with the roam, and yes, they didn't show it necessarily on Clubhouse, but like you said, Aldu, Villa is a map that you cannot afford to sit 5 on site. It is a map that it is so big and there's so many buffer rooms that you have to abuse the roam, and if you don't, a team like Meraki are just going to full steam into site, and there's not much you can do about it. So let's see how this goes. Aldu, did I tell you I bought myself a Dortmund shirt?
Oh, bro, you wouldn't say, bro. I didn't know you're a Dortmund supporter.
I'm quite a Haaland fanatic myself. But yes, we will be getting into map 2 shortly. I believe we're just waiting for 2 players to ready up. I believe Aldo 5 minutes has passed though, so it doesn't really matter if they're readied up. We are inclined to start.
Let me quickly just ask the guys.
You do this. We should be set and ready. Sorry for the wait, everybody. We will be getting underway very shortly. I know that you are eager to see who comes out on top from these 2 teams, both being very prolific in how they are playing. Meraki known for their aggression, Imperial meeting said aggression with their own aggression, and it is very good to see. Map 2 is underway. We are on Villa.
Score predictions, Jared.
I was
Give
about to
me
ask
those.
you what the score predictions were going to be. Okay, I'll give you. I'm thinking, because I want to see a third map. I'm thinking this is a 7-5 to Meraki. I think that they've had enough time to wake up, and I think Wizards should add another element to their fragging department. And I want to see a third map. I enjoy watching every one of these players. I would like to think that I'm friends with almost all of them. And I want to see their potential. I want to see who goes the longest, and I think that the best teams are the ones that can I don't know, come back from a one map deficit. And I think Meraki are more than capable of doing that. But on the flip side, I think Imperial are more than happy to close this out. They're in the driver position. It's their game to lose, like we've been saying from the beginning. And yeah, but I do see this going a 7-4, 7-5. Sorry, inside of Meraki. What about you, Aldo? What is the predictions? What does the Meraki man think his team is going to do?
7-0, Joe. I'm kidding. No, I think if I'm gonna base it purely off of what I've seen in the past from the Meraki team, I'm expecting a win from them. And I'm thinking a 7-3.
Wow.
A reverse of the previous map.
Okay.
I think that just the aggression is going to pay off, especially with the slight roster adjustment. Yeah, I'm hoping. I want to see this going 3 maps, so I'm calling a 7-3.
Interesting to see. We do see the exact same operators being banned. Not interesting at all, technically, because it's the exact same operators being banned. Oh, sorry. What am I? Oh my god. Sorry. Kaid is such a normal ban that I just thought that Kaid was banned last map. Yes, Kaid being taken off of the board, along with the Thatcher, the Ace, the Ella. We know why the Ella's off the board, Aldo. Quite obvious. Kaid being just a very good operator, likewise with Thatcher, the two of them having quite a high ban rate, not only in this RMG league, but outside in the entire competitive field. Ace, not necessarily an operator you see being banned too much, but Meraki don't necessarily use him. They're aware that a player like Keith is quite a nuisance when he's able to play that support operator, so yeah, we can see that change. Oh, Aldo!
Yeah, I'm seeing the strat. There we go.
Yes! Let's go! Okay, for anyone who doesn't know how this strat works, you basically castle off one of the arch windows, you reinforce the 2 left walls, you play inside of closet, you try to burn time. You also open up the middle wall for closet, you play a shield inside of closet on the bathroom side. I'm so happy they're doing this! Thank you! Sorry, Aldo, I'm really happy right now.
Yeah, it's definitely a variation of what we usually see on the site, so yeah, it's always good to see some fresh strategies coming into play. Yeah, I think
what's nice about this strat is that also if the team decides to ignore the little closet, which can be a headache to clear because of the Jaeger and the Wamai, what they can essentially do is, which is exactly what Meraki's doing, they can push from the office side. The problem with pushing from the study/office side is you've got 2 roamers, those usually being the castle and the Valkyrie. We see the Valkyrie being here. I don't think the castle is on this side, which is quite questionable, but I don't necessarily think it matters for now, except Lego Race has already cut off Dawn's rotate, and he knows Dawn is there, and he's gone. First pick on the side of MRK, the refrag. Well done, Nathan. 2 refrags coming out. Well done, Nathan. Rubbish picking them up. The Org A2 finding people. Reese will find another. And Quality will find another. And Rubbish will find another. It's a 1v3 in a matter of seconds. And the site is not... It didn't even get opened up, Aldo. It just came to gunfights. And there's the strat working wonders. I absolutely freaking adore that site setup. Well done, Imperial. Although I know that you're a Meraki boy, but I am so proud of Imperial for pulling that strat off. Well done. I have been, for many people that know, I have a whiteboard. I do strats, and I've been doing a strat very similar to that on my whiteboard for quite a while now. Most guys don't enjoy doing strat practice, but perfect execution. The only thing that I questioned was the castle not supporting the Valkyrie, but it didn't really matter. The Wamai was out of position. He should be playing inside of the closet to obviously throw his Wamai discs, but he wasn't. He was playing on the red stairs, and he got the refrag, got a second refrag, and all of a sudden got a 3rd kill later on in the round. Mental stuff from Imperial. I'm going to slow down and calm myself down for a bit, very good round, Imperial. Well done. Meraki, do better. Good entry, though, Lego Racer. We're going to keep seeing that proceed, I assume. We know how prolific Michael is on the Jackal and on the frag role in general. We just need to see the rest of the Meraki guys sticking their hands up and doing something. Speaking about doing something, I think Keem is doing a very dirty something.
10 seconds to
Yeah,
insertion.
I think
Bomb located by attackers.
that might not end well if they don't drone him out. And yeah, this I must say, this castle rework, or not rework, they just gave him an extra
Use a bomb.
buff
Attackers have dropped the bomb.
is really proving to be
good.
efficient for
Yes.
our top tier play.
Yes.
Must say, been seeing that quite a lot in ranked, and seems like it's carrying over to the comp scene as well. You know, having 4 of those annoying doors that you can't open. It's yeah, just not the greatest thing when you want to push quickly as a fragging team. But yeah, I guess here we just see Meraki taking the top floor, just running out, making sure no one is there. But Keem rotated up, and yeah, he has a semi-auto shotgun.
Alden, do you remember the last time a cav was brought against Meraki?
No.
I believe it was Mist Esports versus Meraki, and I believe a certain Kavera managed to get an interrogation on Savage. So I imagine Savage is having a little bit of a PTSD after hearing that Spaz 15 on the other side of the map, and Keem is just... Remember that thing we were talking about, Aldu? It's that nuisance play. You're not necessarily attacking the roam, you're just sitting back, you're just hiding in a little spot. Okay. Silence falls over the site. Not much action is happening. The attackers, I'm assuming, are just droning in the upstairs, trying to make sure that their space is opened up. They will start playing vert, but not the vert that we're expecting. No, they'll be playing horizontal to try and clear out the Jaeger that is situated over here in Memorial. And Rubbish, you are over-peaking an unnecessary angle as you are the first to fall. Savage quickly picking up the entry. And it's now a 4v5 with a minute, 20 seconds left. More than enough time. But on a map like Villa, we know how much the clock can tick down and how fast it can tick down. The semi-auto shotgun coming out, it will get a kill. And Savage taking revenge. Making sure the cav does not exist for much longer.
Oh, the aggression getting that kill, but the refrag coming there from the smoke, I think? Yeah, oh no, from the mute. Yeah, very good refrag there. Oh, mute is getting pressed here in Memorial Room, but he moves out with his life. It's a 3v2. Very doable from both sides here, with only 35 seconds left on the clock.
Sorry, Aldo, my internet did the oopsie again. What did I miss? Meraki are doing a pantry push. A pantry and Memorial push as the Memorial player will get tagged up on the side of the SMG-11. It doesn't really matter because site is being taken and the plant's going down.
Will we see the first plant?
Yes. Oh no, we won. Will go down on record. Quality key. That didn't count, my man. And
So
we are proceeding to see a frag-only game as Meraki take their first round on Villa at least, and it's a 1v1. It came closer, but that's a lot better from Meraki. They were slightly more structured and they didn't allow a single player to just carve a hole in their structure. Well done on the side of Meraki. Huge picks. Savage's entry was massive. Getting, I believe it was Rubbish on the Jaeger Memorial. Getting Rubbish off the board so early, and I say so early when it was a minute 30 into the game, but getting that frag and making sure that you are a man up on Villa is so important. And it almost pressures the roamer to try and do something. And we saw that. Cav had to swing, got himself a frag, but was instantly traded off on the side of Savage. And yeah, the rest is history.
Yeah, it was a very good attacking around there from Meraki. They really dealt with that cav well. As soon as he got the kill, Savage was like, nah, dude. You're not gonna get anyone else. He just dropped from the second floor and just instantly beat Keem in the back as he was trying to run away. And that was a very, very important kill for Meraki there, just getting that cav off the board. I actually thought he was gonna down twitch and get the interrogation there, but luckily he just absolutely destroyed him with that shotgun. But yeah, very, very good round there from Meraki and kind of just bettering on some elements that they were lacking in the first round.
So what is the setup from Imperial on this side? We see a reinforcement not being used in the games wall, which I find perfectly fine. The only reason you would reinforce the walls on the side is to stop the window rappel angle getting into sight, and that's basically what the one wall does. So yes, you don't need to do the other wall. The rest of the setup looking fairly basic. 2 reinforcements not being used tells me that this setup is not necessarily a pre-planned. It's more of an on-the-fly strategy. Capcan coming out. I'm assuming that's for the aggression. We know how quickly and thoroughly Meraki are in their attacks. Speaking about quickly and thoroughly, Wizards doing his own little mission. Likewise with Seven. I don't think these players will meet anyone in their roam because, it is basically a 5-man on site. We know that there's one player playing on mainstays and one on 90, but the man on mainstays might get found out sooner than we think.
What's that? Oh.
Drones are
Attackers
flying
have located
through,
a
and
bomb.
Meraki are trying to set up map control. The first Capcan trap will ring sound, and that is the Jackal Legorator. Well done, Michael. You hit
got
that
him.
Capcan
Bomb located by
first
attackers.
try. But yeah, that's what we expect. We know that now the Jackal is on a manhunt for those footsteps of the Capcan. I imagine he's being pinged inside, but it is no avail because it means nothing. Savage will find the first kill onto the bandit. I don't even know where that was, to be honest. But I see what you mean. Heat. Just peek the man in library. You know he's there. Your team is getting calls from someone. And Meraki are just swiftly moving up the map. It's a very confusing push, although I will not lie. There's quite a big split. Reese taking the frag, and it's a refrag on the Savage. It is a bit late, but it is a refrag nonetheless. Edge bringing down will get annihilated. His head taken off of his shoulders on the side of Exotic, and Heat, you've missed your opportunity, my man. Unless you peek again. What is up with the timing of these two Heats?
Eventually gets him, but will the refrag come out? It does! Oh my word, the refrag game. Strong.
As we have the Capcan and the Mute. I imagine not many Capcan traps left, but it doesn't matter. Capcan himself will act as a trap, and he takes off the next man. Reese and Dawn in a 2v2. I'm trying to slow myself down because otherwise it's going to get very quick, very unexpected. Spring coming out from the Capcan as Quality's just trying to net himself a kill. He will get shot in the back because he's unaware of the giant hole that is situated right behind him. Reese will swing, gets the down. It's a 1v1. It's an G11. We know how quickly you can drop someone, but the ACOG of the Type 89 might ring true. The plant is going down. Pros do not fake, Aldu. You are correct. The plant will go down, and if he swings this correctly,
gets the kill!
He will shoot him down. Plant gone down. That's the first one, and it is to the success of Meraki. Congratulations. It's another round, and in a very impressive fashion. I know a lot of players who would not have stuck that defuse, and I think that's Kolorki's experience as a support player really shining through. I must commend you on that. Well done, Kolorki. Well done, JJ. Huge round. You picked it up from the scraps. Massive stuff. Meraki 2-1.
Man pulled off the first plant and got the last kill as well, just to top it off, and very good play there from Kolorki, really clutching it there at the end. Yeah, very, very good play. Bagging the win there for his team and taking him to 2-1.
Attackers need to locate and
that last round, Aldo, was very confusing throughout the entire thing. There was no form of they're doing this right again. Happy days. There was no form of structure. It was very much just people running around and trying to find frags on site. I mean, we saw Lego Racer just pushing on the study balcony with I'm not too sure who, or he was doing it by himself, if I'm not mistaken. And it was just finding the refrags, and you said it during the round. Refrags were the name of the game last round. We saw, I believe it was 5 kills in the space of 5 seconds. It was crazy. A huge ups to both teams for being that aware of your surroundings and making sure that you are able to put your team back in a sizable position to defend. Speaking of sizable positions, we do see the Meraki side coming from study. That is going to be their push. It's the same as last time. Hopefully they find their entry where needed.
Oh, again, Dawn in the same position as last time, moving around to 90 now. He's gonna want to get the opening pick this time around. And Meraki, same attack as last, droning out, making sure there's no roamers. I don't think they've seen the Valkyrie yet, but I'm sure with those two drones, it's only a matter of time. And yeah, there we go, that drone just spots him through the drone hole. He won't know about that. Savage. Let's go, my man. Let's go get that opening kill.
Cheeky stuff, and the wallbangers might just come out here.
So
Be a good way to
close.
start the round.
Lego
No frag coming
racer.
out. But Rubbish will find the frag again, and that's what he did last time they were on the side. The missed shots coming out as the AK of Zoe is just... It's terrible to control. It's absolutely atrocious with the new recoil, and that's just a prime example of why the LMG is a better gun. Meraki dropping bodies very quickly now. Wizard with a refrag, but is it enough? 4v3, health advantage clearly on the side of Imperial, even man advantage on the side of Imperial, as they're just waiting for Meraki to push down this 90 hallway. You can't push hallways like this on defense, but Wizard will, and he'll just get a kill.
He doesn't care.
Good.
He gets it.
Wizard immediately making his impact known on this roster right now. It's a 3v3 health advantage still on the side of Imperial. They also have the clock to work with. The wallbang's coming out, but the castle barricade is still up. The castle barricade is still up. You should know this if you are aware of the strategy. Well done, Kyle. Oh, that's unlucky.
That is unlucky.
That is so unlucky. Oh my. The body will drop on the side of Imperial, and it's to the Zoe launcher. Just trying to get rid of the shield util, and it'll just net a kill in the process. Exotic trying to put an air jab down when there's someone shooting at him. Very interesting, but he'll take the gunfight with the castle in due course. Both Imperial players separated, but they have their guns trained on where the players will be pushing from. It's doorway angles. It's doorway angles. You have to just shoot pre-fire, make sure you hit your shots. First shots have been hit. Second shots have been hit. It's a 2v1 and make that a 2v0 as Meraki swiftly take through. Wizard, you are the MVP of that round. Massive frags. Huge stuff. As Wizard will make the 5-5-6 commando ring true, find the headshots. And I believe there was the 3 kills on the side of Wizard. The super sub making his name known. And we spoke about his fragging capability. Yeah.
Well, Jared, I must say this is one hell of a game so far. Coming from Clubhouse, Villa is not disappointing at all. You know, the standard is still there. The players are landing incredible shots. The siege is just so good to watch. The players have really brought everything to the table tonight.
Yeah, look, it's a lot better than previous games we've casted, Aldo.
I didn't want to be the one to say it, but you know, there it is.
Look, you know who you are.
Attackers need to locate and
Your shots aren't as
bomb
good as
safe
these,
zone.
unfortunately, and that's not an insult. That's just an accolade to the level that these guys are playing at. Unfortunately, the nice strategy that I really enjoyed did not come to tuition for the side of Imperial, but they're going to be setting up for it again. I imagine they would read into the fact that Meraki are solely pushing from the south side. And if you see that happening, it's simple. You reinforce the 2 walls inside of Aviator, and you play on the Aviator door, and you play on 90, and you try and just shoot drones. You don't even have to get a kill. Just shoot drones or something. Just try and get some presence there, because you're allowing Meraki to just walk in. How many times have we seen Lego Racer just walk down 90 corridor and take it? Wizard was afforded the opportunity to walk down 90 hallway with no punishment. You have a Valkyrie on the board. You should know this. They don't have a Valkyrie anymore. They've replaced it with a...
I think it's a Legion.
Legion? Yeah, no, I thought so, yeah. They replaced it with a Legion, which I do question, because... I think intel is slightly more important, but I imagine the gun is just slightly more consistent as well.
I'm just wondering, did that intel help?
Maybe a good idea. I don't think so, and maybe that should be just moving your cameras. But no, they've decided to drop the operator entirely. Rubbish has also stepped off of the Wamai, which has been working so well, and he's been moving on to the Bandit. His position will be made known, and just like before, Meraki are easily taking over the side of the map with no contest whatsoever. And Rubbish might be going for a C4. No, he will not. He's going to be rotating back up to Astro Stairs. I imagine he may have put down a pre-place, or he may have just abandoned the C4 train altogether. He still has it in pocket, so that is not what has happened. Meraki just swiveling all on this side, and it's a very
Attackers
dangerous
have
thing
located
to
a
do.
bomb.
You're pushing through a single door and a single door. It's not much leg that you do have. Speaking about leg room,
Good opening
none
pick.
whatsoever from Rubbish, as Lego Racer will just use his jackal scan and swiftly deal with the roam by himself. Very well done. Why did I say by himself? You see the drone of Koliki. The drone work of JJ right now is quite good. And I have to just point it out there. I know support players don't get the love that they deserve, but big stuff there. Wizard also on the drones a bit, and Exotic will just find the frag on the team. It's the Goyo off the board. Free fires will come out, but to no avail. The Meraki players are just stacking outside of this doorway.
Yeah, this is it's falling apart here for Imperial. It's a 5v1. Could this be a flawless? Where is Heat? Heat is taking on a gunfight here with IQ, but he just gets fragged out, and it's a flawless round from Meraki. What a round!
2 kills on the side of Exotic, 2 kills on the side of Savage, and 1 on Lego Racer. It's Aldu. That's been the best and most efficient and well-structured push I've seen from Meraki all day.
I'm just questioning how Meraki is pushing through 2 doorways and they're getting the
You're
kills.
winning. Yeah.
It's not like they're opening up walls and creating angles. They are just pushing through the angles that Imperial are creating, and that is just there that they should be holding. And Meraki not pushing bedroom at all should be such an advantage for Imperial. They just know, okay, we are chilled in the back, and no worries. And even from the window in what's the room called where the stairs come
Astro.
up? Astro. No one's on that window
Defenders
either.
protect your
So
bombs from being defused by attackers.
yeah, them just pushing through those 2 doorways. Very weird. Very weird.
I do question why the roam has been abandoned as well. That's been the reason why the strat worked last time around, is because you are able to meet the attacking force coming from the south. And as soon as you abandon that and you just let them map control, it becomes... They've got time to push those doorways, and that's what they're doing. They've got a minute left. They're just swinging the door because they know they're going to win the gunfights, and the strat has been completely altered, as you can see from... Which is a good thing.
Which,
whether
I don't know,
it works...
Because they're now reinforcing this wall, which was never even in trouble. Wasn't attacked there once. So now they just cut themselves off a rotate to get maybe out of trouble from
Aldo,
the
look
2
what's
doors.
happening in Aviator. Look what's happening in Aviator. There you go. That's what I like to see. Cool. Thank you, Keem. Show everyone how you adjust. And Imperial are doing a 3-man roam. I imagine it'll just be thinned down to 2. Yes. Castle's just putting a Carlsberg in there. And guess what?
Meraki.
Meraki have read that situation very clearly. And we're going to be seeing a bedroom push as Lego Racer's already inside of the closet. This will
Just
happen
go
to
for
hold
the
the
plant.
closet. And if they aren't aware, the Goyo shield's right here. They can get rid of that piece of utility. The frag does not come out as you see the Goyo just peeking.
Oh
as-
no, peeking from the window.
Oh,
You have to
a
watch
silly angle.
those.
Silly angle to die from. But, oh!
Oh, that was...
Heat!
Oh.
Heat is on fire as he just pre-fires Lego Racer back into plat. The Meraki players are slowly pushing up to the 3v5, and this doesn't look as comfortable for them. Yes, we've seen them in the past push doorways and win gunfights off of doorways, but it doesn't look that way anymore. They're holding angles, they don't know what to do right now, and all of a sudden Imperial I don't know, they're sitting a little bit more pretty. That adjustment working very well, and even though they adjusted and Meraki adjusted to their adjustment, they still managed to net kills, they still managed to push forward, and Dawn might be on the tail of Wizard, whether he knows it or not. So downstairs, oh, he's just holding the stairs, never mind. It's not as close as that. First frag on the side of Meraki will come out, and that's on Teresi on the Goyo. Poliki just waiting for that IQ to do his job and shoot those banner batteries. Banner batteries do get taken out, and that'll give the signal that there is someone below, and he is given the go-ahead. But IQ has left the building.
Quite
And-
literally.
Yeah, and the roam will be to no avail, as we do see Meraki trying to just get some intel. It's 55 seconds left. They have time. They don't have the man count, and that makes time slightly more of an issue. They are stacking outside of bedroom, and they've got, guess what, I'll do? 2 doorways to push. They can push through bathroom, which is being monitored by heat. They've got the breach, but Rubbish is on that, and they've got...
Oh, he wasn't flashed.
Speaking of, Rubbish is just going to swing the bedroom door, get a double
no.
for his troubles. The 416C ringing true. It's one of the better defender weapons right now. The pre-fire is just gorgeous on the side of Imperial. It's good to see them claw back some rounds. If it was a 5-1, I think it would have been Meraki's clean sweep without a doubt. But a 4-2 is somewhat better, but I think let's address the elephant in the room. Meraki are very much in the driving seat after that first split.
Yeah, I think it was a bit unfortunate from their side, you know, not realizing that a little bit of a spawn peek from that opposite window in office and netting that first kill, which just set the precedent for the rest of the round, and Imperial also just getting that second frag and taking to a 5v3. The idea was very smart from Meraki. Identifying, oh, okay, Imperial changed their strategy, we're going to change our strategy. But just didn't work out. They just missed some basic little things that costed them the round. But now they're on defense. You know, will we see some sort of variation? Something different than what we saw from Imperial? I think so. I'm not sure who's going to roam here. Seems like they also might opt for a slight anchor-heavy defense, unless we see Exotic go for the roam or Wizard. But yeah, should be interesting to see how Meraki take on the defensive rounds.
I think the reason why we saw Meraki crumble in that last attack was because of the comfortability of the attack. I mean, we know that Meraki are very comfortable pushing from steady, but as soon as you do the switch up, and we saw from the lack of basics of standing by the window that can be seen from steady.
Attackers must locate
Pushing bathroom by yourself, yes, it's worked in the past, Lego Racer, but not on that specific outcome. And the fact that we've had to wait so long for the bandit batteries to get shot from under the wall, it just tells me that they weren't too comfortable in terms of that push. Speaking of...
Savage
this is an
has
uncomfortable
no
situation.
This man has...
Oh,
he gets
my
fragged!
god!
Oh yeah, no, that was never gonna really be a good position to stand, and Savage just gets destroyed.
Him identifying the man on the mission, the Legion, out of every operator, the one that gets better over time, and he's taken out within the first 30 seconds of the round on a map like Villa that is so defender-sided. They have wiggle room, to be fair, Aldo. They did win the first split 4-2, so they can try and be aggressive. They can try and kind of throw certain bodies by the wayside. That's a very interesting strategy. The main laundry wall has been opened up on the one side. Very different. But yeah, they are allowed, they're afforded that opportunity to kind of play around with it. Oh, that's not good.
Shoot his feet. Shoot his feet. Oh,
what are you doing?
My word. How? How did you survive that?
Why are they trying that? Do they not have any...
Man gets shot in the feet. 2 seconds later. Put something on the door. No.
Oh, this might be a round where Castle becomes one of the most important operators ever. We don't see any soft destruction from Imperial. And that is why they were allowed... Well, that's why they had to use a hard breach gadget to open up a castle barricade, and that's just unheard of. Because it's such useful utility. The shot's barely going by the wayside on the side of Wizard. And guess what? Heat has opened up the bicycle room, but it's met with another castle barricade, and they don't have enough utility to deal with these castle barricades unless the Nomad will risk her own toes, which is not a good... It's not a good position to be in right now. If they can read into this, though, Memo is very much clear, except for the Wizard, who's just going to be swinging, and Heat will not find the refrag, and Wizard will just swing out again. And he might net himself a kill. You can see Imperial starting to stack on this side.
Oh no, Lego Racer, my man. You are in the pickle and a half. As Wizard gets another kill, little shotgun rip. They don't know he's there, but the shotgun's on register!
Oh my god, he missed all the shots, Aldo.
It's a 2v1, it's a 1v1! What is happening? No! What was that round? The frags on frags on frags!
What?
I don't understand. How did both those shotgun shells just miss that thermite? How did they not know? He was in that corner. I'm so sure he shot a drone as he was standing right there in the middle of the room. Oh no, that was that whiffed shots with that shotgun just threw that round in the complete opposite direction.
Although we're not going to talk about the fact that
Keem just got 2
Keem-
pistol kills, like
yes,
back to
Keem has
back.
got the F2, one of the best guns on attack.
Man said
And he
no.
chooses to use the semi-automatic pistol with 16 bullets in and net 2 kills from it. How are you able to do that against a team
Attackers
like
need to
Meraki
locate
who are just
and
hitting their
defuse
shots?
bombs.
What happened? Speaking about hitting shots, Lego Racer's off the shotgun. He's not having that ever again. He's back onto the Legion, where he has a gun that can at least shoot more than once. Yeah.
Savage on the visual, better option, better option. Don't want to get
Look at Lego
spotted this
Racer right
time.
now. Look at Lego Racer right now. Do you know why he's doing this?
His feet doesn't get spotted.
Exactly. He's trying to avoid Rubbish's Jackal. We know how influential Jackal has been. It looks a bit ridiculous, yes,
10
but
seconds left
he
before
will
insertion.
give himself the clear, and should a Jackal push through this basement area, they won't see the Legion who has flanked. I don't necessarily understand that he could have just walked out of Memo.
Yeah, I don't know why he just looped around and did not do anything.
Very
It
confusing.
was just an
But yes.
educational little bit,
Yeah,
for us
exactly.
to cast over,
just to tell you people that we are aware of why these things do happen.
No,
Imperial doing
secrets.
Imperial doing a very big push on the south side. We saw this work very well from Meraki, and the
Oh.
pre-fire might just come out at will, and
Heat.
Heat will get killed very quickly. It is the Amaru, so not too much utility lost, but that is a very, very well worked kill on the side of Lego Race, and Savage might just made his own. He misses his shots.
Oh.
Will he miss more? No, he won't. Keem is caught
Peek
in the
or
running
be
act.
peeked. Swing!
Swung or be
Wait,
swung.
swung or be swung. You love to see
We are,
it.
are in a 5v3. The defensive side showing why it is such a defender-sided map.
Right.
Rubbish trying to peek. He knows where he is, but he'll let the man run free. He's just gonna ignore him.
Oh, he just sidestepped. He's not moving.
You have Jackal pings on him, and you will fuck. What is
Oh,
happening?
the rotate coming in clutch for Lego Racer here. If he does want to drop it, Savage with the visual just helping him out so much right now. Oh, Lego, you are just. Oh,
Who would win? A 5-man roam clear, or 2 roamers who
No.
have what decent
Oh.
comms with each other?
Damn.
The refrag is found, but it's a 4v1 at this point. Cam's already have spotted you. You're gonna hit your shots into that vigil. Good shots there. I imagine Savage missed absolutely every bullet in his magazine for you to be able to do that. And don't do this.
He's dead.
Don't do this.
Surely, brother. Surely. Oh, but
KJ with the
exotic.
free fire, it won't be him, it will be Exotic. Josh connecting his shots. Beautiful, beautiful shots coming there. And yeah, Meraki closing that round out very convincingly. I don't know what that was from Imperial. It was kind of just like, I don't know. I think they were getting comfortable. They kind of just thought they could walk in. The drone hadn't even droned out Aviator yet, and your man's already swinging study door. I don't understand that, but you know, whatever. It doesn't matter. First picks going on the side of Meraki as they're just going to continue their form, and it's a 5-3 now, slowly teetering towards what you thought, Aldo. 7-3, I believe, is your
Yeah.
prediction.
That was my
Okay.
prediction indeed. And here we can see the sub coming in pretty
Whoa.
decently. Wizard
Whoa.
being the MVP so far, going 7 for 4. Really, I think making that difference for the team.
That's
no-
6 more kills than what Kesh had. And
no
we're
hard
even done with
feelings.
the map yet.
No hard feels towards Cash, but yeah, the man just did not have the best game, and just made it a little bit more difficult for Meraki to make an impact on that clubhouse game. But now we can see Wizard just doing what he needs to do, getting those frags, and making it a little bit easier for his team. The workload a little bit easier. And just the frags, it seems like Meraki, they are just not scared to peek anything and everything. Every bit of angle they will peek. They don't care if they are across the map, if they are inside, they will peek it. And the shots are landing pretty much 90% of the time. except for Vigil on that Nomad, but we won't speak about that. But here we see Savage again, just on the heavy roam. This man must be such a nuisance for Imperial at this point.
Yeah, I mean, Savage has made his presence known very much so. He's almost the first player on double digits, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, he's on 9 kills right now. Huge stuff from Savage, from Ethan. He's been huge ever since he was playing for not Imperial, sorry, Lord. When he was, oh my, what are we doing? Why do we just swing when the drones haven't even finished their job? The nitro wall get ripped over, the wall is open, but it is now 2 players peeking the side of study. Drones are coming out, so there's a lot better awareness. If that got a kill, I would not have sat well with me. The drones are coming out, Savage picking up another frag. And that's on the flank watch. But Rubbish will watch his flank and quickly make ends work of the Vigil. Special congratulations to Savage for being the first person in double digits on this map. Big ups, 10 for 8. Huge shift being put in. Even if he has died so early, he has picked off a Nomad, and a Vigil for a Nomad is a good
problematic.
Good trade. Josh doesn't care though. Exotic is just going to peek the breach. And that's how we do it in South Africa. Wall gets opened and you peek said wall because why not? That makes sense. Frags coming out of the side of Imperial. Lord, that happened really fast.
Oh no! You hate to see it. Where's it getting? Oh no!
This is going to be hard to watch, I imagine. I think all 26 bullets were shot into that. Hey, eventually. That round was weird, Aldo. We just saw everything stagnate for a few seconds, and then instantly we were back to the trading game.
Yeah, it was so strange. Meraki did well to waste time in getting that opening pick at the start, but Imperial just splitting the attack. You know, 2 people going bedroom, opening up that wall, putting pressure on the site. And the 3 other players just running through what's that room called now? Office side, and just clearing out the roamers, and they did that very well. They did lose a body, but you know it's expected to lose a body every now and then. But they got through, and this got those closing kills and won the round kind of convincingly actually. So not really the best thing for Meraki at this point, being 5-4. You know, this game this map can easily go either way. And I'm guessing they would want this to get closed off as soon as possible and just to set their minds on Bank, which is the final map.
I think now is a perfect time to talk about the supplement that can help you close out maps easily without effort. Is 32GI. Thank you so much for sponsoring this league. Yeah, obviously you make a lot of what is the word? I've been
Loading new magazine!
They are bringing some attention to Rainbow Six Siege on console, which is always good. Thumbs up. I have not seen I've not seen Savage do the Mozzie glitch yet. Good to see. I'm not sure if it is actually patched or not. I hope so. But now we just see Savage again, just roaming, just being a menace. Surprised that he went, he curbed the Vigil pick and picked Mozzie. I think it's just to kind of get the drone work out of the way. Yeah, I also just didn't see him shoot his Mozzie pest anywhere. I don't know if he just did that very early in the round.
Oh, sorry, I cut out while I was trying to do an ad break. Absolutely terrible timing.
I carried it through, don't worry, Joe.
Oh! Thank you 32GI for sponsoring, we appreciate it! And back to the game. Huh?
Dawn?
What is Dawn doing? Is he on drones or is he AFK?
I think he's on drones.
He's on drones. You can see where his operator icon, yeah, okay. So he's doing what all good thermite should do. Make sure that the intel is present. I would have liked to be slightly closer to the site. But yeah, that's Heat trying to be a little bit cocky, trying to catch someone off guard, and he himself has been caught off guard. And yeah, he's been made swift work of. C4 comes out, does not net a kill. I'm assuming that was a pre-placed under...
Oh, I think you'll probably see that Nomad jab, if I'm not mistaken.
Perhaps, yes, perhaps. Very odd placement. But yes,
Oh, no,
we
man.
will. Oh
No,
no!
man, not
Don't do
again.
this! Don't do this, guys. Can we
Why?
not- oh,
Are they getting away with it every time? Like,
Why are Imperial not bringing a sledge or bringing a Ash or bringing a Zoe or anything that can just take those things out from range? It sounds or just looks stupid. And what's also stupid is that Meraki are just taking this round without even taking a gunfight. I believe they're just kind of taking them out with any sort of util. Gunfights do come out, and Reese will just connect from one person to the next and drop Wizard very easily, but I say that Lego Race will just find them back. The refrags coming out. Exotic picking up the final kill to Dawn, and that is match point 6-4 Meraki. It's not Meraki's game just yet, but my god, is it getting really, really, really close. And Aldo, I'm so excited we might see Bank as a third map. Yay!
when I saw that in the map picks, I was quite excited as well. You know, you don't see it much in our scene. You do see it quite a
No.
bit in the pro league. I think it's just teams, I guess, wanting to test out their variation of strats, which is brand new because Bank is brand new, or on the pro league circuit. So I'm quite excited for it. Should be very interesting to see these teams go head to head on a new map in the pool, and it being the last map of the series of this league. You know, it's very well suited to end it off.
And speaking of just well suited, I'm glad Imperial have suited their lineup now to deal with the castle barricades, which, mind you, me, I'll do.
It took
the
them
last-
11 rounds. Well,
Yeah,
it took
for the
actually
last
both teams 11
4
rounds.
For the last 4 rounds, Imperial have been trying to put breaching charges on castle barricades and have been getting their toes shot up. Finally, someone has brought the intelligence to bring a sledge, Lord. But that will come through. Yeah, Aldo. Did we speak about Bank so early, Aldo? Are we getting a little bit
I don't want to
deeper?
jinx it. I didn't touch wood.
No, I know.
10 seconds.
So
I haven't done. Oh,
Oh,
no!
no.
Oh no!
Oh, no.
Okay. Yeah, I'm clear. I'm in the clear. Aldo. The wood has been touched on my side of things. Yes, we spoke about it before, and both of us would love to see Bank. Not only because we don't see much Bank, it's just because we would like to see 3 maps of close gameplay. We don't often get the privilege to cast 2 teams that are so competitive, and when we do get the opportunity, we'd like to see it go the whole way.
yeah, I must say,
But yeah.
I don't want to be biased or anything, but I do feel like these are the 2 best teams. In
Okay,
the,
well, no, that's
in
just
the-
unfair.
in the well, they are in the finals for a reason, I guess. You know, it's like it's not like I'm judging it too early. There's some merit, but yeah, it's just great to see that these 2 teams are so closely matched, and this game can go either way, and it's just always good to see from a spectator side of things that it's always in the balance, and you just don't know who's gonna pull through, and that is just from entertainment standpoint, it's just really good to watch, and just the added benefit that these teams are just ridiculously good. The shots landed tonight has been ridiculous. The strats have been amazing. It's just really good Siege to watch on a Sunday night.
You say shots have been landed, then Koloki just
Just
Misses half of
instantly
his
went
ma-
to third person view.
fastest curse coming through. Keem taking Lego Racer off, and that is a huge pick. That is your top fragger, or joint top fragger on the Meraki. Savage is already going to get found, hopefully refragged on the side of, or not refragged, fragged on the side of
that's
Reese.
not good.
Flashbangs do come out.
Rip.
Yeah, Savage is not going to be living for much longer.
What?
Oh, he's... What the hell? Okay, it doesn't really matter, because Reese will find the frag, but... Siege, I don't
Flashbang's
want
just
to...
broken.
Fix your game, please, Siege.
Yo,
It's
yo,
not,
yo.
it's not good, dude. That shouldn't be happening, especially at this level. It's a 5v3. Imperial looking to try and get the reverse sweep. And they are doing a good job of it. They're taking map control, but as I say that, Exotic will find his own frag, and that is on the side of Rubbish. Was that an injure?
Yeah, he injured him.
Okay, I thought I
It's
saw
a
that.
3v2 effectively now. With Exotic still in the power play here, and he gets the kill. Oh, it's a 3v1. Keem on min health. Reese down in the hallway. Exotic.
He
Good.
won't be able to find these players in time with his HP. Exotic just coming through, and he's dropped the hatch. He's going to be playing upside, but Keem doesn't know that. He could go for the res, but it is futile at this point, and there's a man on your left, Keem. He's on your left, Keem. It's the Jaeger creeping up. Never mind.
I don't think he is, Jared. I don't think he is.
He's slowly bleeding out, and Keem's either going to use
15 seconds remaining.
Reese quickly bleeding out. Keem makes quick works of his teammates,
Yeah.
making sure that the enemy doesn't get the kill, and the entire team is watching
5
Keem. He
seconds
doesn't have drones. 5 seconds left. There's not much time. He gets the first frag. He won't find the second. Most probably, time runs out.
Operators,
And-
you're out of time.
Aldu, we are going to map 3. It is Meraki versus Imperial. On bank. Map score 1-1. First map was 7-3, it's now 7-4. I'm blown away with the quality of Siege we've seen and how a single sub like Wizard has just played such a detrimental part. 3 players on 10 kills, that is huge
Mad.
from Meraki. Yeah, and I don't think we're going to see it stop here. I think it's going to continue into bank very quickly. Very early on, we're going to see people like Savage, like Lego Racer, like Keem, like Rubbish make their mark, and try and keep their foot on the gas. It's been very close. It's been very entertaining, Siege, and I cannot wait for map 3. Aldo.
I think it's going to be entertaining. You know, I don't think there's any doubt that's going to play out like that again, with it being frag heavy. Villa just proved that. I think. Did we see a plant? Yeah, it was
We
one.
saw one.
Yeah, it
Yes.
was just one plant, and they actually won the round. But again, 2 maps, 1 diffuser went down. Unreal, actually, unreal. The shots are just landing from both teams. They can't even get to planting the diffuser. Yeah, and that last round, I must say, Meraki are just ruthless on the counter punch, as they say. As soon as they go a person or 2 down, they are almost at their most dangerous. And this has been shown in Villa and Clubhouse, where they go 1 or 2 or maybe even 3 players down, and they just start swinging and landing their shots and bringing it back. I think this was the first time Meraki actually succeeded to bring it back, but there were quite a few times where it was very close for Imperial to lose. So, you know, that is something Imperial will need to adjust. Just, if they are a man or 2 ahead, just calm down, drone it out, see what's happening, and just take your time to win the round. Because they quite honestly just threw that round. They were 5-3 up, and there was still quite a bit of time left just to push the site normally and just, you know, close off the round. It was a match point. It's a very crucial round, and they unfortunately just managed not to pull it back, and that just left Meraki with a 7-4 map win.
Yeah, and I think it's just a testament to show how good these teams are. Your average viewer who hasn't been paying attention too much to how the season has transgressed, you instantly write off Meraki after getting 7-3'd in map 1. But as soon as we get to map 2, it's an almost like a flip, a complete flip, and it's a 7-4 on the side of Meraki. And just like map 1, every round comes down to the last few members. And I think what was so awesome to watch this time around on Villa was the clutch potential. Because, my word, were there so many 1vx situations, or just, it's a 2v5, and they managed to just claw it out. It's really impressive, Siege, and we're seeing such nice shots and just consistent shots being hit. And that is something that is slightly harder to come by when it comes to the console side of competitive Rainbow Six. But these teams are making it. They're just making it look so easy, and I'm very impressed to see both teams' level of play, and I cannot see that decreasing, if you will, as we go into the third map. Although we're going to do the map predictions now, or are we going to be doing them just before we start the map? I think that's fun. Really.
Yeah, I think that we can still talk about a few things. We do see that Meraki are still needing a player, so it should be interesting who's going to come back. I'm going to be honest, I would prefer not Kesh coming back. You know, it seemed like it just worked. The team just clicked and played very well together. So I would like to see the same team stick for the last map being Bank. And yeah, Bank is quite difficult to call because has Bank been played in RMG this season?
Not too many times. It has seen its appearance come through here or there, but it is the last map on the map pool, so usually it will always be the third map. For anyone who's not aware of how RMG works, you simply ban out the maps and you will be left with three, and they are usually in a consistent order. So Bank is last on that list, and being it that it is last, it is either banned out or it is played as a third map, not second or first. And we haven't seen much Bank being played as a result of that. Thankfully, we are now in the finals, and Bank has slipped through. And well, Bob's your uncle. We finally get to see a Bank. It is the third map, of course. We have not seen. I cannot recall a Bank map, to be fair. Although I haven't been keeping up with every single team in the Premier League. We know how big the league has gotten since it started. But yeah, it's gonna be a very interesting game. I do believe Imperial should be attacking first, as they were the ones who attacked first on map 1, and we will be doing a simple rotate system. That is how it works with the lack of map choices. So yeah, we are ready. We do have everybody in the lobby. 5 minutes has passed. That is the 5-minute break that we take to delay time and stall. So we should be getting into the game very quickly.
Yeah, and it must be said, both of us got our predictions wrong in the last map. Kind of fell right between our two predictions. So if you took the average, we got it right.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, I guess the trend just continues that Meraki just tend to play better on map 2. And it's going to be interesting to see if they can carry that momentum now to the third and final map. They usually do. But this is the RMG finals being Bank as well. I really feel like this could go either way, and it could go bad for a team very easily because of this map not really being played regularly on this level. So it's just going to be up to who knows Bank the best and who can just, again, get those frags and win the round for their team. But based off of Villa and Clubhouse, I think it's going to be a good final map.
Yeah, and I think the team that feels most comfortable with their guns going to the third map are the ones that come out on top, especially with a lack of VODs and so on and so forth of Bank being that unknown dark horse. I think as soon as you know that strats aren't going to be developed and strats aren't going to be at that level, we can assume that gunfights are going to be the king. And right now, if we see what we just saw on Villa, I think it's going to go to overtime. Both teams were hitting their shots, and it wasn't a one-sided affair ever. I know the scorelines obviously say differently, but yeah, I'm very keen to see how both teams abuse this map, abuse the lack of knowledge on this map, and bring their guns out and start spraying. We will get into Bank. Map has loaded up. All the players are in the lobby. The 5-minute rest has happened. We are finished with our stalling process. Aldu, congratulations. We made it.
We've done it.
Third map is on the horizon. Predictions for the bans. Let's start there. Let's leave the scoreline for after the ban phase. I'm seeing a Thatcher. No, the Jackal, the most prolific operator in the last 2 maps, has been taken off the board.
Fair enough.
And it is by none other than Meraki themselves. Very interesting.
Yeah, they are defending
What-
first.
Also
Quite interesting. Both teams did play Jackal. I think pretty much every single round.
Yes.
So
Right. Jackal on Bank is a absolute menace.
yeah,
It is one of the maps where, when it was before the rework, before any sort of changes, Jackal, I think, was the highest ban operator above Thatcher in Pro League. So, I mean, to see that trend continue is no surprise. I imagine we'll see an Ella come through on the side. Why would you ban the Thatcher and the Kaid? Surely you would leave the Thatcher in play and you would ban somebody else on attack.
Very interesting
Very
ban.
confusing. The first ban was good. We can go into depth about it, and then we just see weird. As an attacking team, you shouldn't be banning Thatcher. You abuse Thatcher. You then obviously you banned the Kaid because you banned Thatcher. That makes sense, but you shouldn't have banned Thatcher in the first place. And why are Meraki banning Cav? It doesn't make sense. I know that Cav is a.
Oh, Ella.
No.
Oh god.
Yo, dude.
No.
Okay. Is that a shotgun? I hope it is. I think teams
Probably.
have teams have lost the respect margin now. I think it's just bare knuckle brawling right now. We want to see who wins. And those teams are going to use whatever they can to win. I'll do. We're going to basement, which is obviously standard. Meta's coming out, so we know that's going to happen. Hopefully Ella plays top blue stairs. That's a very interesting strat to watch. Very fun mini game to watch. But outside of the mini games, score predictions for Bank.
6-8 for
Attackers need
Meraki.
to locate and defuse as many bombs as they
8-6
can.
to Imperial.
Oof.
I'm
Okay.
glad we agree on the overtime aspect at least. Let's pray we get there. That means more siege for us. That means more time for us to talk to you guys. Very cool. Very epic. Where is the Ella setup? What gun is she using? The pistol is out. We're not too sure. Yes! It's a blue stairs hold! Oh! And
Oh,
the Ella shot.
this
The
is gonna be-
F12 will
Oh,
ring
no.
through the devil's rattle as it has been coined by Clippies, our other casting duo, Clippies and
10
Soviet
seconds to
Chungus.
insertion.
Yes, this is going to be a fun one. So,
Oh,
I'll
no.
do. if you're
Respect
not a-
has been disintegrated at this point.
Yes, we don't need it.
Attackers must
Send to us.
locate and defuse
Aldo,
the
if you're not
bomb.
aware of how this works, basically, you sit there.
Is that a part of it?
No, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You sit up there with Ella shotgun. She basically holds tight, and you should be having someone playing servers in case there's a dirt rush. But I imagine both teams have just analyzed that no one will be pushing through dirt. It's a suicide mission. I think it's all.
Where are these oaks pushing from? Oh, there they are.
Home improvement time. Drones online.
Not really much going on now. Just droning out, seeing what intel they can gain. Savage on the vigil yet again, roaming around. I think he has his no, he does not have his ability activated. So they should be able to see him actually. And we just see here 4 players of Imperial stacked in open area. I'm gonna go to opening up the hatches. Al-Qaid is banned, so this should be an easy task for the Ibana. And yet, there we go. The hatches are getting open very quickly and easily. Savage is still just waiting. He should get the kill on Heat. Oh, he missed his shots. No,
Oh, what
Heat
am
gets
I
out.
watching?
Oh,
Savage, you can't miss those shots. I don't understand why Imperial aren't bringing someone like a Dokubi or bringing somebody like a, I don't know, any other roam clearing operator, because
yes.
was it a Selma
Oh.
shot? It was. It landed in red
Yeah,
hallway,
okay.
unfortunately. Keem's
Yeah,
ace
sure.
has been unbanned. That is why we are seeing an ace for the first time, if you have been wondering. And he'll just sit pretty at the bottom of main stairs. Where are these MRK players? I say that
don't do that.
Oh, that was... Yeah,
that was not supposed
not
to happen.
advised. Lego Racer will get his a follow-up kill, and I believe that is onto the... was it the
No.
Nomad?
Ooh, Keem's in front of you, my guy. Keem's in front of you. Yeah, my word.
God.
Oh, okay. Wow.
If you're
okay.
wondering why we weren't speaking through all of that, it was very confusing. We didn't really understand what was happening.
That wasn't very out.
Yeah. What? Come, guys. I don't know. That was
That was a bit of an odd one. Not
from
gonna lie.
both sides. Why would you, Savage? Why would you get a kill and then drop the hatch to where the entire team is playing off of? That doesn't make sense. Then, when you kill the guy who just dropped the hatch, why would you then sit on the hatch and not shoot the guy who just walked towards you? It doesn't make sense. The refrags are there, but the plays are so... It feels amateur, and maybe that's because of the lack of VOD and the lack of strats that have been developed on Bank. Maybe, I don't know. But in saying that, Ella was brought out on blue stairs, so they clearly know that that is a viable tactic. So
Defenders,
I'm not
protect
too
your bombs
sure.
from being
It was a very
destroyed by
odd, very
attackers.
weird round. Frags kind of just fell everywhere. But hopefully we will
That was a team
see
ace.
a
That's
bit
all.
of a. Hey,
Nice.
we like to see it. We like to see it. But this is going to be interesting, although it's where you put these castle barricades. This is a site that is, unfortunately for the defenders, monitored by windows, and your castle can play a huge role. You've seen a bunch of, or at least I have, I've seen a bunch of variations of the castles. You'll usually put one inside of exec. There's a shield on exec table. I really like that, especially with the castle line of sights. There's the castle barricade on exec. The rotate has been simply, a rotate has been made to the left of that to simply move the doorway, which is very cool. I'm liking this setup so far from MRK. Whether they've gone through the effort to strat this out or whether this is on the fly, I'm very happy with this. It's looking very nice. There goes the third castle barricade. It's on the three double doors. I believe there's one
Oh.
left in the
What?
Good.
What? How did that happen?
I believe one of the players shot it.
Attackers have located a bomb.
I think they
I
made the
believe-
rotate here and it just reached
Yes,
the...
yes. When the castle shot his shotgun to make a bigger rotate, it hit the shield. One of the pellets hit the
That
shield.
is
That's unfortunate. Yeah, that's really unfortunate. The Flores is being brought. Very interesting.
Exotic, come
He
on.
will clear out Exotic. Yellow shotgun, the menace. And it is up to Exotic to swing this in his own free will. Click R2 and just try and kill as many people as possible. Keem will kill someone very quickly, get that
Wow.
man off the board.
This
It
wall.
is the Goyo.
What?
And that is a nitro cell off of the ball. Off of the board.
How did
Sorry.
this wall get open so quickly?
I believe they just ran in. There wasn't much on the wall. There
Oh.
was. Oh, it must
This
have been a twitch.
Oh, let's go.
Oh.
Savage, hitting his shots now and just getting that kill that he needed to get as that visual player. Shots firing now. Just not sure where it is. Oh, that's a bit far. But he does not hit his
What
shots.
the hell? Yeah, look, Reese just somehow defying the ability
Oh,
of
that's
that shotgun
unfortunate.
and getting the kill. Vigil coming up on main stairs, and this is where the Meraki guys are going to need to find some frags. Beautiful shot from Wizard, as he will make sure that the man count is somewhat more inclined towards
Yeah, here we see.
Meraki. It isn't necessarily, it is a 3v2.
Oh, this should be an easy one.
Not
What?
going down, and it will be stuck. Savage is the only man, and he is off
Attackers
site.
activating diffuser.
He's going to have to creep through janitor hallway if he's going to make a play. It's a 1v3. Time is as long as the diffuser. There is an air jab, please. Thank you. He will shoot it out. The shots will give away his position. The Ibana simply swings, shoots, and that is a round for Imperial. 1-1.
Did Keem get that kill as he repelled into the window? I'm quite surprised Bandit did not hear that repel coming in through the window, or he just missed all his shots for some reason. But yeah, better round there from Imperial. They were extremely aggressive, just ran through the main or the double door at Skylight or Square Skylight, and then open up that wall so quickly without any effort. I don't understand why that wasn't muted or bandited or what. You know,
I believe it was bandited, but the Twitch drone managed to sneak a drone through and do its damage, do its due diligence. I must commend. We speak about how aggressive that push was, but I think it's also very satisfying to see how well calculated and
Defenders,
that
protect
the
your
correct
bombs from
angles
being
were being
defused by
pushed.
attackers.
Then wall got open and they immediately pushed logistics, cut off janitor hallway by putting an air jab on the janitor door and holding the logistics hallway. And as soon as they did that, it was clean sailing. The entry came through from Keem onto Lego Racer, which was instrumental in just getting kills on the board.
Attackers have discovered the location
And
of a bomb.
yeah, that's something that we'd like to see. Wizard opting for the mute this time around, making sure that the wall will get muted up.
Just gotta watch out for those Twitch drones, you know, coming through. Here we see Twitch hiding a
10
little bit.
seconds remaining.
I think as the round starts, you'll probably opt to
5 seconds to
drone
insertion.
out and get those mute jammers on the wall as soon as he can, so they can maybe just do the exact same because it works so
Attackers
well.
are heading out to defuse the bomb.
Hopefully Meraki learned from that, but yeah, guess we'll have to see. Ooh,
I
rotates.
really like this. I really like this mute Mozzie pick from Meraki. That means that they've identified the fact that Flores and Twitch are being bored. being brought. The two drone-orientated operators, the ones that can have so much influence by just not even putting their own body at risk. Don't do it. No, rubbish, please don't. Let's pray that the helicopter was not harmed in this competitive game. Meraki is sitting pretty on side. Not much is happening. The setup is really nice. I have to commend Meraki, whether they stole this off of a pro team, whether this is their own creation. It is very nice. I would like to think it is the latter.
The shield is here now, which is good.
Yes. It is not being destroyed in the process of making rotate. That is a beautiful,
This is a very nice angle.
beautiful line of starts. Oh my. And the Flores drones are coming through. And guess what? The mute jammers are nowhere to be seen. In fact, the wall is being opened, Aldo. And just like that, we have a repeat of last round. The round is not over per se, but the wall is being opened in quick fashion. We have 1 minute and 40 seconds left. Way too much time on the hands of Imperial. They're making use of their utility. Executives are even fallen off of, and there goes the shield. Fire happens, Lego. The fire happens. Is that?
Oh my word! Get out, my
It's
man!
prone. The fire keeps.
This
Lego
floor
has
is
single-handedly gone down to what is that? 20
exotic.
HP, purely based off of his own shield. He's only missing shots over, and Lego Racer just barely missing the head. First kill will come onto the side of Savage as he will frag, and Exotic will not find his shots. This is also a... My internet is cutting out at the absolute wrong time right now. It is a
That was me.
4v3, 4v2. So you're pushing through here. Kimon low HP, but it doesn't matter. The man count firmly on the side of Imperial. One man is down. It's a 2v4. Health advantage is on the side of Meraki though, and it is very clutchable in this position. They just need to hold them off, and no plant is being gone for it. Instead, the frags will start coming out, and there's now a 1v3. Very doable as everyone on the side of Imperial's low. The wallbang comes through and it will connect. That's the fuser down. 1v2. Low HP on the side of Team, and Rubbish creeping up. He doesn't know he's here. The first frag comes out.
No! What is happening?
Rubbish
Oh,
connecting his shots, and that was as bad as I've ever seen comp go, but it doesn't matter. The round count will be confirmed, and that is a second round on the side of Imperial. 2-1.
Again, we see Imperial almost throwing a 3v1. Again. Just the clutch there from the Flores, if you want to call it that. That was such unfortunate timing as he vaulted through. Jaeger was just in his face. I think both of them got the biggest fright of their lives in that moment. And luckily for the Flores there, he landed his shots eventually and got that final kill to edge them that round and take into 2-1.
I must commemorate the side of Meraki for that clutch potential, because yes, like you said, it was a 3v1, but it doesn't matter. Savage is able to just connect the dots, just thread the needle through the gap and just manage to pick up 2 kills. One was a beautiful wallbang, whether he intended that or not. The following was a kill onto Keem, and he left himself in the 1v1. Unfortunate that both players were caught off guard, and I do believe Savage didn't have a full mag prior to that gunfight because of his previous encounter with the ace. So,
Yeah, I was really
unfortunate that Jaeger of the 26 bullets coming in. Yes. So we will be seeing a very similar setup on the side of Meraki. Nothing too hectic. The blue stairs hold being held again. Yes? Don't you know this, Alden?
I didn't even know that hash was there, if I'm to be honest. I think I played Bank like twice this whole season. Just have not been getting it at all.
Okay.
So, okay, interesting.
Newsflash for any of the new players. Alden, go into third perspective. Go to the lobby. The hatch has been moved into Vault,
I see.
and it is moved from there. As well as the elevator
Yeah, that one I know.
has now been made into a double elevator. Okay, cool. As long as you know that one. So there has been a few modifications to the bank map just to make it slightly more viable, slightly easier to push as an attacker. We know that the defensive win rate was a bit high, but it has been adjusted slightly.
Bomb located by attack.
Speaking about adjusted, Imperial not taking chances. They're adjusting.
It seems like they're just gonna roam clear on the top, keep repelling in, getting control there, but Savage getting that opening kill on Keem. Wait, how did he get Keem? What? Okay, interesting. I'm just not sure where you got him from.
Oh, there's been a kill already. Sorry.
Oh, yes. Seems like you have left
My
me there
intent has
for a
cut
sec.
yet again.
Oh,
But I'm back.
peaks now.
Yes.
Oh my word.
Oh.
Savage! What are you on?
Beautiful.
Oh,
Beautiful. He will get
Savage.
reframed,
Oh.
but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The damage is already done. 2 kills on the. Oh, wait.
That's
When
Buck
did
and
Lego
Ace.
race it back? must
He
have
was the
missed
first
that.
kill, yeah. He was the first kill there. He was
okay.
roaming with Savage at the top. They took him out, thought
Ah.
it was clear. And Savage proved them wrong on that one. But it's 3v3
Nice.
now. Minute and 5 seconds left.
Device ready.
Luckily, Hibon is still on the board to open up those vert angles, but with a minute left, they are slightly pressed for time at this point. Exotic,
And I
moving off of
do
the
believe they haven't
Located
dealt
a bomb.
with the Ellis shotgun. The middle window is also proving to be a tall order on the side of Imperial. They all split up. Health isn't
Just
looking
drop.
too good, and
Come on, let's go.
shots are kind of just ringing through. As they don't really necessarily know where the defenders are, and they're split up as well. This does not seem like it. They are very confident in what is going to happen right now. A lucky pre-fire might net them a kill and put them into a decent position, but it doesn't look very likely. 3v2 on the side of Meraki. They're just holding angles. The flashbangs do rain out, but nothing for the Meraki gents to stress about. The first kill does come out, and that is Quality dropping him, and Wizard will just pick up the next. And we see Meraki stick to their guns, making sure that they win that man count advantage, and they do so ever so swiftly. 2-2 is the scoreline. I am enjoying this game of Bank quite a bit because of how back and forth it is. It has never been a one-sided affair for 2 maps, and we've come to the 3rd map, and it's staying true to that formula. It is close. It is gunplay. It is gunplay. It is gunplay. Did I tell you that it is gunplay, Aldo? People are just hitting shots, and it allows for openings, and it's so amazing to see this kind of siege, and just see it so consistently being brought. Speaking of consistently being brought, Pulse, not an operator that we see so often in the Ella, unfortunately, moving to the wayside,
see
as
where
I'm
they're
assuming
defending.
another semi-auto shotgun will be brought through. Yes. Why is this idle?
No, I'm just saying, I think Pulse here would be a better option to scan the Imperial
Yes, very
guys on the top floor.
100%.
Coin that C4.
Yes, that's
I think they have
100%.
4 C4s.
Stay clear of these.
Yes.
Yes, 4 C4s have been brought on the side of Meraki. You know that this is a nitro cell dominated site. What's easier than clicking a semi-auto shotgun and just swinging? Well, it's throwing up a nitro cell and clicking a button. It's as easy as that. Nitro cell being a very potent
5 seconds to go.
secondary gadget, and this side lends itself to that, but what it also lends itself to is the vert play. And unfortunately, on the side of Imperial, there is no vert operators, Alder. I don't know why that is the case,
Don't think they
but
expected this.
this should be expected though. This is the 3rd site, and they've just come off the back of winning upstairs and downstairs. So this
No,
is the
they
only
didn't win
site that.
downstairs.
Oh,
They lost it
no, they
twice.
did win downstairs. They won downstairs. They lost upstairs because it was the Flores in the 1v1 versus the Jaeger with the terrible aim. Yes. Okay. So they don't expect it. Worst case scenario, however, Rubbish can use his Flores drones to make vert holes. It's a very viable option because of the size of the Flores drones, and I don't imagine they'll be used for much else. Wizard is currently getting dinner right now, halfway through a comp game, and that's cool. Make sure that you eat, everyone. Make sure that you stay hydrated. That just looks like a sketchy situation waiting to happen. 3 members of Meraki getting ready with C4s. They want to find this entry pick, and they want to make it as easy as possible. You have the pulse scanning, making sure that this first nitro does connect. Savage is doing Savage things. He is inside the small room, and I don't think the attackers are aware of his position. And if they are not aware come late round, this might be very detrimental, at least if Imperial do decide to push from the west side. But it looks like it's an east-sided affair, and also going through small office, which is slightly better for them. But yeah, they need to go. This man cannot go unchecked.
Now they are taking their time here. Ooh, now we see the first one.
Ah, thank you. Playing away from the giant soft wall, and the Flores drones will most probably be used to make vert. Is that the case, Aldo? Yes, it is. Flores drones are the new vert ops. This is going to end horrendously for Imperial if they decide to tread on those dangerous waters. First nitrocell is gone. But to no avail, and Heat will find the
Bomb
first
located by
entry.
attackers.
Where are the nitrocells? The
Oh,
Jaegers.
Savage,
Their
no.
shit is out. Stop shooting. The shots have been missed, and now all of a sudden we're seeing a underprepared Imperial team prepare for these gunfights. The shots keep missing. I don't know what's happening here. The MLK guys are just getting caught unawares. Quality is going for the cheap nitro. He will miss the shot.
Oh, yeah, it's not looking good.
The injuries are coming out. The refrags will show.
Oh!
Cleaning up shop. It is a
Wizard and
2v2
Quality, what are you doing?
from a 2v5.
It's another one! Kim
15
is the last one
2v1.
left, and they get the kill. Quality, what a comeback! It was a 5v2 again. Imperial, just close off your rounds.
Wow. So I'll do.
Do
I've got
not
a question for
push
you.
Meraki in a
I've got
corner.
a question for you.
Go ahead, Jared. Hit
When
me.
is Wizard gonna join the starting lineup?
Yeah, that's a very good question, Jared. Very
I
good
think his
question.
time is slightly overdue. He has been putting in a monumental shift, and I know 3 of those kills came in that round alone. But
My
My
word. Did he win the
word.
round? He
Word.
won the round for the team.
whoa, yeah, congrats, Wizard. You've
You're a
managed to
wizard.
do what. You're a wizard, Harry. Well done. Huge plays.
Attackers need to
And
locate
just
and defuse as many bombs as
2v5
they
I'll
can.
do.
That is
At
brutal.
this level, that's
That is brutal on Imperial. I would imagine at this point. You know, that was their round through and through. No ways should they have lost that. But again, Meraki, don't push them in a corner. They will bite you back very hard. Yeah, what a comeback there. 5v2, unreal. Yeah, it was Wizard on the
I'm also lost for words, y'all.
Man just went for broke and swung and just netted 2 insta kills and then got a 3rd later on. Oh, what a round. You can never count this team down apparently on defense.
Defuse a bomb.
And it's coming back to the same thing over and over again. It's gunfights, and it's gunfights, and Meraki seeming to have the upper hand when it comes to those important gunfights. We are on round 6, just before the split, and I think what Imperial are trying to do now is they're trying to go 3-3. That is a very decent showing. We know that Bank is a defender side of the map, and you are expecting a 4-2 on the side of the defense.
Did
So,
you get that? No.
no, unfortunately not. But yes, we are expecting Imperial to try and hunker this home and get one more round to push the advantage in their favor, but Savage will
Same
just say
kill.
no. And that is the hard breach. I'll do.
Ooh, and Rubbish now taking some damage. I think that was from a C4. Yes, vertically, yeah. Almost netting the kill there on the floor. That would have been actually so instrumental, taking off those annoying drones of his. But he's still on the board, still droning away, still making some big explosions. But here we see now pretty much all the Meraki players now coming back to site, just making sure that Imperial don't find any way back into the site. Oh, looking away at the worst possible time. Eat. Oh, that is so unfortunate. Ooh, Rubbish taking some more damage now. Will he get the pick on the Jaeger? He will have to get the pick, but he doesn't. It's a 5v2. Oh, the feet, no. I think these Imperial players are a little bit hesitant now on what they should do to try and bring this back. But it's still doable. Still minute and 10 seconds left. Anything apparently is doable in this game. but they just seem a little bit disjointed now. Not really sticking together. This LS shotgun is gonna put Reese on his nerves, but Reese does get the frag. Reese's put low, but Reese gets another one. Reese, what are you on?
It's a 2v2. Reese is on low health, I'll tell you that much, Aldo. And the health advantage is clearly on the side of Meraki. We've got
all the
2v2.
doors still
We
casting.
know that the timer acts as a third man on the side of Meraki, and they're just sitting pretty in sight. They don't have to worry about too much. It's up for Meraki to lose. And they're in good positions as well. Wizards holding the long angle and Kolorki using quite a bit of a rat spot, and I don't think Dawn will be aware of this. His pins should be shot off very quickly. Does not hit the shots.
Oh, both of them so low. Surely Meraki can't throw this. Did he not see the castle in the corner? No, he doesn't. Castle also doesn't know he's there.
Drop the bomb to
But will he get the kill? No, Kolorki getting the double swinging on Dawn at the very end, getting that very important kill.
Yo. Yeah.
Madness.
Yeah, that happened.
Madness.
Okay. Happy days. I'm starting to wonder if Savage is just getting these kills because of Imperial's lack of info, or if Savage is just the best player on the server right now. Mad stuff, Ethan. If Meraki go ahead and win this, I can quite confidently say that Savage may be the player of the tournament just for this performance alone, and obviously others. But I mean, this has been quite a showing from the side of Savage, and now Imperial find themselves between a rock and a hard place. You need to come back with 5 rounds should you want to miss overtime, or at least 4 to push overtime. Is that at all possible, Alden?
I think so, Jared. I really do
Very
think
much.
Imperial
Very
can pull
much.
this back. You know, they are on the defense now. Let's see how well prepped they are for Bank. It did seem like Meraki were well kitted out for Bank on the defensive side. Some very interesting strats coming into play. Now it's up to Imperial. Can they bring this back? They are 4-2 down, but they are on defense. They can dictate how this game is being played now. Let's see if they can actually pull that off.
This is going to be, this round, I believe, this coming round now will be on the back of Rubbish. If he is able to find at least one entry and waste a minute of time, I think he's done his due diligence. But it comes to finding that entry against a team that is so coordinated, a team that is so aggressive, a team that is so on each other's backs. It's a tall ask, but I don't think it is impossible. And we can already see Rubbish putting himself in a very unpredictable space right now. And speaking about unpredictable, Lego Race is going to crouch walk into garage, and that's a danger right there. There's not much is happening right now, Alder. We just see the Asus. Oh my god.
Yeah, Lego Race
Yep.
are just throwing it out,
This is gonna
solo
happen.
drone out, and just realize no one is in garage. He's pushing up. Ooh, is the angle being held
happen.
here?
I believe it was, but it is no longer the echo. I believe there is an echo drone
Ooh,
somewhere in
mirrors
garage.
actually hit out. I think that's either angle that they made or something got that mirror. I think maybe Twitch maybe got the mirror. I'm not too sure, but
I believe Twitch got the mirror. Murray Skippers
he's online,
started a
boys.
voice chat.
Damn.
Awesome. Thank God we can speak to Murray after this game. For now, we're going to be stuck with this game right now. Ace is falling off, so garage control not necessarily that important to Meraki. But what they have accomplished with a minute 40 to go is all the hatches are done. And where is your one and only Roma? Oh well, Boyo, he is in sight. Oh no, sorry. Lord. It looked like he was inside.
This is awkward.
He's inside of Archives, and he could find Savage if he just peeks. It's a very daunting task to peek a 5-man while you are in a single roam, but if you can do it, is a frag to you. Exotic will find heat, and Rubbish still
Oh,
passive.
they don't know he's here.
No,
They
not
just
at
don't
all.
know he's here. They're just running around him.
Now we'll just let it
This
kill.
could bite them in the ass. But Rubbish is also
lack
not
of a better word.
doing much. He should be pushing the Meraki players here, but he is moving up now. Keem taking some damage here in Vault.
It is my concern with the roam of Rubbish. He doesn't net anything from this
Oh
roam.
no, that was not supposed to happen. Dawn getting air jabbed across the room.
The
Plant is
fuse's already
going
going
down.
down.
It's a
Where is this
5v2.
happening?
Ace getting the kill there. It's only Dawn left on the bandit. Plant is down. This is an uphill battle here.
4v1, Dawn is not in a very good predicament right now. The shots do go Afraid, and Savage will come out back on top. I believe Savage is now on double digits. I could be wrong.
Indeed.
Meraki are they're just steamrolling now. It feels like they found another gear, which I didn't think was possible, but I feel like the addition, and I don't want to put this all on one man, but I think that the addition of Wizard has let the team feel a sort of comfortability. And they're sort of allowed to swing because they know that they're going to be refragged. And Savage has come into his own element. He's a different beast right now. Yeah, I'm a little bit lost for words right now, Aldo. I thought this was going to be a lot closer, especially since we saw previous rounds or previous maps go to the bare bones. But it has been a Meraki almost shutdown for the last 2 rounds, and they've looked unstoppable. I don't know what Imperial are going to do right now. They've done it for 2 rounds, but they need to now connect another 4 rounds, and that's a tall order
And I must
for
say,
a side that are feeling themselves as much as Meraki.
this is not a good look. You know, basement defense is a very good defensive side, and it seems like Imperial just acknowledged that they just got absolutely demolished, and they don't even want to try that site again. They just immediately opted to go upstairs, which, as this map has proven, is slightly more difficult to defend. More angles that attackers can create on this site. So, yeah, it's coming off of Imperial's really trying something just different after that first offensive round.
But it does pay dividends on the side of Imperial because, Aldo, we wouldn't want our predictions to go astray. They were on the second map. Would like to see an overtime here on bank. It just means more bank for us. But the way that things are going, I don't see Imperial lasting too long. That being said, though, we cannot count out a team of this caliber. We have the gun skill, we have the frag.
Oh, no.
Speaking of,
Well, look, get off your drone, mate! Oh, thank
Imperial.
goodness.
Rubbish will just swing and be heavily rewarded, and that's just easy. He gets a man who's clearly not watching his side. Quality somehow survives because he's on his drone around the corner. He isn't aware of what's happening around him. But that's what we need, Rubbish. We need you to step up. We need Keem to step up. We need these impact players to step up. Reese, we need you to step up. We need these players to show face. And right now, Rubbish has set the standard. Set the standard he has. It's a second kill, and that's on the hard breach. The free fire is coming through, and they almost net a 3rd kill. Rubbish, I know that you don't know that you almost hit that man, but that was ridiculously close. And now we have the entire Meraki roster trying to close out this man in janitors.
Oh no, 2 people.
Savage
swinging,
is being Savage being isolated by himself. Quality pushing up the hallway. It's not very wise to do that with the diffuser in hand. But at this point, there's no plant going down. Wizard netting is kill. It's a 2v4. Very doable for Meraki. We've seen them come back from positions like that in the past, but that was on defense. The side swap is a completely different beast. To entail heat, you are missing too many shots.
What? It's a 2v2! What is happening?
Not again, not again, not again is what the Imperial players are thinking. It's what's going through their heads right now.
Still a minute left as well.
2v2. Keem and Dawn. Like you said, Aldo, it's a minute left in a 2v2 like this. Site has basically been butchered open. The main wall hasn't been opened up per se, and it won't be for the foreseeable future, as Wizard is not even trying to get on his drone. He's just pushing up frags. I don't necessarily know what will come of this right now. It's up to Meraki. They are the aggressors. They must push into these single doorways. They have no intel. The first frag will come out right now. Shots being missed. And not pleasantly either. Wizard just ticking himself down. No damage on the side of the Imperial players. Unfortunately, Nitrocell coming out to no avail. Somehow Keem is able to get out of that sticky situation.
Oh, this is gonna work. This is gonna work.
Massive. And that is Imperial taking the round from what should have been theirs very comfortably to a little bit of a stress moment.
Oh my goodness!
Good shot, Keem. Good shot, Keem. Get some NS in chat. Good round there. That was much better, much more clinical from Imperial. Yes, you did throw a little bit at the end there, but it doesn't matter. You managed to close it out. And I'll do. Maybe basement just isn't their jam, and maybe this is where they set up their comeback. This is where they get their few rounds, their 3 rounds left until they push it into overtime. And I believe that Imperial are capable of doing that. If they do what they just did there, if Rubbish can connect the dots like he did in Janitor, I think this is going to be. This will go all the way. However, if Meraki are able to close these individual players on Imperial down
Need to locate and
enough,
defuse as many
I
bombs
think
as they
we
can.
might see it carry on going in the way of Meraki. But a round to play, a round to see what will happen, a round to dictate who is on top, because I don't know who's on top anymore. Although that round was very much on the side of Imperial and nobody else.
And the worrying thing, if I was the Imperial players, it's just showing that every single player of Meraki can clutch a round. You know, there, we didn't see Savage, we didn't see Exotic, we didn't see Wizard. Or I think it was Wizard?
We
Yeah, it
saw
was Wizard.
Wizard, yeah.
But Exotic and Savage, and Lego Racer actually, which also can get those frags usually,
5 seconds to
they
go.
weren't even on the board. And was this a 2v5, and they almost brought it back yet again. I think these nerves of Imperial must be absolutely shattered at this point. Just so many rounds, them barely clutching rounds where they should have won it a lot earlier than they should. But I think on average they are coming out on top of most of them. But yeah, it must be not the best feeling being 5-2 up in a few seconds, 2v2.
Bomb located by attackers.
But hey, you know, it's a 5-3 now. That round definitely would have given some confidence to the Imperial players, and hopefully they can run with that, because that is exactly what they need. All the pre-placed fell cams here already placed. For those C4s, do they have? They actually don't have a pulse, so they won't know that they're upstairs without those Velcams. So, okay.
Oh, although that was hilarious. Sorry.
What?
You said the pre-placed Valkyrie cams that have already been placed.
Yeah, you just got to make sure the
Sorry,
people know, you know.
sorry.
Got to pre-place those pre-placed cams. you know.
Pre-placed cams, yes, hell yes. Well done. We do see MRK, or Meraki as they are formerly known, just setting up their air jabs, making sure that the roamers are cut off. I'll do. Are we gonna see a clash of heads right now? We do see Lego Racer creeping around in crouch walk. By the way,
Yes.
it is a 1 speed, and he's going to come up to the bottom of those blue stairs very quickly, and I don't think Rubbish is going to be made aware of this. Yeah, no, he's dead. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, well
Good job,
done there.
Rubbish.
Well done. And that's a big play off the board. Rubbish was really
Yeah.
instrumental for them winning rounds. Oh no, please.
Shoot his toes. Shoot his toes.
I just
Why
hate-
we no shoot toes?
They have Ash. Just Ash charge the door.
Oh, no. It is a 5v4. Can you imagine the Meraki guys are feeling themselves right now? They need 2 more rounds and they've taken this series full stop. And they've just got the entry pick onto the man that was the most influential last round. This is only looking good right now. The breaching charges keep being used.
Dawn
One
getting
man on
dropped.
side's already down.
That is Keem down
Yeah.
as well. It's technically a 5v2 or a 5v. Wait, who's down now? Kolok is also down.
Dawn.
Okay, there we go.
It's a 1v4.
Oh,
Make that a flawless
Oh.
round. Cool. Happy days. Meraki walking around telling Imperial that, look, dude, we own the servers right now. We're the best team, and we're just going to keep showing that.
match point.
And they just keep pushing these rounds. And if Imperial don't do something different, they're going to find themselves losing 7-3 on a final that, quite frankly, they think they deserve to win. And you know what's scary, Aldo, is that these teams met, I believe, in the first ever game week of the entire RMG, and the score was 2-1. Imperial takes map 1, Meraki clap back with 2 maps, and right now Meraki are on the brink of doing it again, losing map 1, doing a full reverse sweep, and coming through on map 3. It's bank. Meraki are in the driver's
Locate and
seat.
defuse as many bombs
It's
as they
theirs to
can.
lose. It's up to
Oh wow.
this open area defense of Imperial to show them what they're made of. This is okay.
They are really trying everything now to.
Yes, they're
Upset.
throwing everything at the
Attackers
wall.
located a bomb.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, I don't know what you know about the site. This is the site that got
10 seconds
reworked, and by reworked I mean
5 seconds left.
how do I even describe it? They moved the hatch upstairs.
Attackers are moving to defuse the bomb.
That is the rework. They removed the hatch in the hallway. I don't know if that's going to make the site completely viable. I haven't seen a team win the site on defense yet. I'm yet to be amazed, but I have a sneaking suspicion that this is where Imperial decide to put the foot on the gas and kind of just say, no, look, we're gonna prove everyone wrong. We're gonna kind of show face, and we're gonna do something about it. We know we've been playing a little bit poorly here or there, but this is the site that we turn things around. And I think if you're gonna win on any site to get a confidence boost, it's this one. Site does upstairs doors. What am I saying? I sound like I don't even know how to play this game. Square door gets opened up and they're just gonna swiftly move in. Drone's already coming out. Roam clear is happening, but to their surprise, they will find nobody on the roam, at least on the second floor. The only man offside is rubbish. It's the Ella. It's the Scorpion. It's not even the FO12. And he's being isolated right now in archives, whether he knows it or not. Tellers, sorry, my bad. He's being, isolated in tellers, whether he knows it or not. And yeah, I don't know. This looks a bit done. And already you can see the Meraki guys are kind of swarming around site with no buffer.
Yeah, it's only rubbish slightly offside. He's gonna have to play big for his team here with that Scorpion of Ella. Yeah, it's only wait. Oh wow. Oh wow. Okay, they didn't see him. Okay. Oh, savage.
And here comes the Ash. Here comes the Ash. Ash is well aware of this position, but the Ella wins the gunfight and the refrags just come out. And all of a sudden Meraki are back at a man advantage.
You take 1 kill, we take 2.
And that's the name of the game, Aldo. It's been like that since map 1. It's been a refrag fest. And Meraki just tend to kill more people than Imperial do.
The attacker's bomb diffuser
And that's where we find ourselves right now. There's
Only 40
Twitch
seconds
just
left.
going in. Yeah, but this is still more than
Oh,
doable.
no.
Twitch coming in, destroying all of the Echo drones, I believe. He's sitting pretty with a shotgun right now, ready for whoever jumps into those breaches. And he's moving off that position. The shots rain through from the suppressed MP5K. But all of a sudden the breach is no longer being watched. The smoke has fallen off. Shots fire, the smoke will not connect enough. And
what
the
a
smoke
shot.
is taken off immediately. It's a 2v4. Imperial would need to pull back a miracle for things to work now. It's a 1v3. Dawn, it is you versus the world, my man. Will you hit your shots? Will you bring it back? No. Meraki will take it. They will take the map. They will take the series. They will take the RMG season as your league champions. Meraki Gaming 7-3 on map 3. 2-1 is the scoreline. Huge performance. And they do it ever. They do it so easily, Alden.
Wow, I did not expect that last map to go like that. I was hoping actually for it to be quite a competitive and tight match, but Meraki just, I don't know, they seem to just have an infinite amount of gears to change into, and they just went absolutely ballistic on this bank map, and netted themselves a 7-3 win to close off the game with the map, close off the game, and to win the RMG Last Man Standing title. Unreal performance, and I must say, big GGs for Imperial. They really did play well, and yeah, that team has a has a hell of a lot of potential, and this game could have gone either way. I still do feel like these two teams are pretty much evenly matched, and just I think the selection of Bank may have thrown off Imperial a little bit too much. But yeah, it was a extremely entertaining game to watch, and I hope everyone who did tune in to watch enjoyed tonight's game.
Yeah, look, I think the maps dictated who was going to win this game. We saw map one obviously go quite easily in the favor, not easily, sorry, every round was close, but it went into the favor of Imperial. We went to map two, and that's where Imperial needed to step on the gas. They're aware that map three is Bank. It's not a map that necessarily is well known, and you could see the intricacy of Meraki's strategy compared to that of Imperial. It's like comparing apples to oranges. It doesn't even come close. And that's good to see for Meraki because that shows that they have put work in. I think it's a roster that we kind of overlook a lot of the time, and we see as a roster that is not necessarily a strategy or well-functioning or well-structured team, but I think it's slightly deeper than that. I think it's a team of guys who are well-coordinated, a team that can all hit their shots, and when teams adapt to this aggressive playstyle, I think they are going to be met with a force to be reckoned with when Meraki swap over to their strategy, when they do what they just did now, where they are able to show off their planning, their preparation, and they are able to push that forward onto teams like Imperial, who we've seen in the past have been one of the only teams to challenge Meraki and take that title away from them. They just made mincemeat of them, and that's scary to see. And it's a dynasty that I believe we are starting to see already. Big ups, however, to Imperial. You guys played fantastically. Map 1 was amazing to watch. Map 2 was absolutely incredible, and I don't think Map 3 is a fair representation of your guys' ability. But nonetheless, the score will stand 2-1. Congrats to all players involved. Thank you, Aldu, for sitting through this cast with me. It's been a pleasure. I apologize if my internet has been the bane of this showing. But I would also like to spread a thanks to RMG for setting up this league. We do appreciate the continued support as well as the continued support from 32GI. Please go check them out. I believe my internet almost spazzed out there. Yeah, huge stuff. I believe Exotic is asking for an interview, but I don't think we will be doing an interview if I'm not mistaken, Aldo.
Unless it's gonna be difficult because we are actually currently in Discord. So
This is also true. Yes.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a little bit difficult to do interviews now. I think we might just give that a skip. Unfortunately, today has been a little bit of a last-minute type of organization of the stream. But yeah, I'm pretty sure the Meraki players will be chuffed with this one, and I'm assuming Imperial will obviously be a bit bummed out. You know, it's always a bit bad losing in a final, but they did put up an incredible fight. Both teams really just played the best Siege I think they could have played tonight, and that's just good to see. And the level of competition that we witnessed tonight is just really incredible. And I do think this does set a very good standard for the other teams and maybe people wanting to get into the comp scene, just to kind of learn and adapt and see what these top tier teams can do and how they can maybe incorporate that into their play. And by doing that, hopefully we can see a few more competitive and highly competitive teams, you know, challenging for the title of the next tournament coming up. Who knows what that is, but we will we'll definitely be there for the next one.
Cool. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I hope you have an awesome evening. Get some supper, get some sleep. It's really late. You got school tomorrow. But yeah, cheers everyone. Thanks for tuning in. As always, Aldo, it's been a pleasure. Thank you to everyone who showed up, both teams, massive performances, and yeah, that will be all for tonight. Thank you.
Cheers everyone.